Ahoy, landlubbers. It's me, your Captain Vasco speaking, and apparently it's my affiliate anniversary. Hooray to me! Thank you to everyone who is here tonight and we had a whole hype train already. We're talking about the heat because it's dead center of summer. I feel like August used to be late summer, and now it's really midsummer because we kind of goofed up the whole ecosystem of being alive. And we're just talking about, uh, well, in particular, I was sort of musing like, despite the humidity here, I don't feel like I necessarily have pressing need for a humidifier, and I'm not sure that I would unless I opened the windows in my Florida house. And then I got thinking, so like I've mentioned on stream that like I have a big project coming up to replace most of the windows in this house because they're from like the 80s and because the intense heat of the summer could really stand to have some energy efficiency, in addition to like other factors like sometimes big storms come through here and I would like the increased wind resistance rating of a modern window. There's various reasons to do it. It's generally sort of a good idea. It's fine. But so like I got quotes from like two different companies, and like they I don't know, man. Like maybe I'm out of touch, or maybe it's the kids who are wrong. But like I live in Florida, and like, do you have any idea how much wildlife is outside in Florida? And you know, like they're looking at stuff. They're like, oh, like yeah, like they'll measure the windows and like open them briefly, and I like literally feel like pain in my chest from like the window being open at all. And not just like because you know you're letting the good cold air out from the air conditioner that's doing a much better job than the old California apartment, but also just like you make an opening and the lizards they're just inside. The lizards, I don't know what their whole deal is. I just don't understand. Don't you have screens on the windows? Like some of them, but it doesn't necessarily stop the lizards. Would let the lizards inside. I wouldn't. I wouldn't. They just like the reptilians have an operating base in Florida. I know that's true. And I'll tell you something else about the Florida wildlife, specifically locally to where I am. If you're hot, they're hot. Let them in. So my brother also lives in a hot state. He has a house in Northern California. I think to which he is currently literally flying right now. Hope he's doing well. Um, he said he's had like some mild problems with lizards, but also notes that like at the temperature that a normal person lives at with like air conditioning, the lizards like don't survive. Like they'll just sort of die off by being in like that cold of a temperature because they don't self-regulate. Yeah, the lizards would prefer hot is my understanding. Um my mom is monitoring his flight. By the way, everyone please send your spirit bomb energy to my mom. She is as of like today just finishing like a 3 week stint of basically like soloing like a 5 year old and an 8 year old, uh and one of them was extremely sick, and now my mom after like at the very tail end of them being here seems to have caught whatever that was real bad, and it wasn't kind at all. Like it wasn't like a little cold, so like I'm worried about her, and honestly she should go to bed. But everyone make sure to let her know that you love her because she's great. Everyone loves mom. The 5 year old and the 8 year old have boss music. Yeah, what's the infamous pair from? I think it's Dark Souls one. Like Strummin and Smo or something. I don't know. I don't know the exact name, but there's like two like really big dudes, and you have to fight them at the same time. It's like that. Ornstein and Smo. I was like in the ballpark. Rona's been going around again. Yeah, that's true. Hey, Miss Toasty, good to see you. Sending a healing energy. Good. Thank you, everyone. Good. Yeah, we gotta get my mom better. Here, first, let me tell you how bad I know it is. My mom always wants to spend time with me. When I was sick at the start of July, uh, she was like, "Can I come over and help?" I'm like, "I am like horrible. Like, don't come over here. Like, it's bad." And then she just like drove over and like used her key to be like, "Okay, so I got you some groceries and I'm taking your laundry to go do." And now like she has refused any visitation from me because she doesn't want me to get sick again, which in and of itself is an extreme indicator of where she's at in her wellness state. But then also earlier today she was like, also you should bring by your laundry. I'm like, there's no shot. That's no. Why would I do that? I want to send you like a casserole filled with cough medicine or something. I don't know. What do people need? I'm not human. I mean, I'm definitely human. Um, not a reptilian. Oh, yeah. So the thing I was talking about before I got derailed by that much more important sentiment is the dogs. I'm not a fan of the dogs. So like nearly a month ago was the first appearance of a stray dog in this neighborhood that previously had none stray dogs. And he was like barking a lot and kind of annoying one of my neighbors from what I could tell. And then he kind of like just left, just went away. And over the subsequent like 3.5 weeks, it has developed into a pack of stray dogs. It's gone from one to two to three, and now as of today, there's a fourth stray dog. Now wandering the neighborhood, at least one of which, who I interpret to be the leader, genuinely seems aggressive. I'm not really sure what to do about the pack of stray dogs because I could try to call animal control to see if they have a solution. That is what everything online suggests doing when there are aggressive stray dogs. But then I worry about all of the outdoor cats. The outdoor cats belong here. They lived here before I did. I don't want to do anything to the cats. I don't like the dogs. So far, the dogs haven't done anything extremely aggressive to the cats. But I have seen them like push the limits. I've seen them sort of like charge the my neighbor's driveway where the cats like to hang out. I've seen them chase one of the cats into my backyard, which then leapt over a fence into my neighbor's yard. And I also saw them just like approach a cat that like basically just like wasn't engaging with them, which was actually kind of funny. Because like it was just sitting there. And then like they were just like barking at it for like 40 minutes, which was like way too much barking. And it just like didn't react at all, didn't get up, didn't try to defend itself, didn't try to attack them, didn't try to leave, was just living its best cat life, just sort of like strange, does anyone hear something? Which was like a pretty good cat flex, I think. But I don't like the dogs. They've definitely been like pooping all over the place, which was like genuinely not a particularly large problem despite the volume of cats. And now it's kind of a problem. Also, they're just aggressive and annoying. Happy affiliate anniversary. It's so funny. It must just prompt this crazy. Thank you, Castle Arc. Thank you, everyone. Animal controls the play. That's their purpose. I mean, it is, but what are they gonna do to the cats? I mean, I did some reading on this, and I think Florida is like a catch and release state for like spaying and neutering cats. So like it doesn't seem like they take in the cats. It seems like they put the cats back unless they're feral, which I genuinely don't think any of the cats here qualify as feral. Just like hide the cats. There's like I would estimate probably like 19 cats now. I think at least two cats have come into existence since I've gotten here, which I will agree is technically a problem. Imagine if the dogs start breeding. I really don't want that. The dogs are not cool. Like the cats really mind their own business. The cats are cool. All the cats want to do is sleep. The dogs like approach aggressively and like bark and like chase people down the street and stuff. Like they're not cool. Uh Cats will hide themselves, and honestly, they need to be fixed. I mean, they do. I'm just worried that they're gonna like take all the cats away. I don't know. You have two new cat babies. Is that your housewarming gift to yourself? Is two entire new cats? Telling me want them to take the dogs out and that the cats are outdoor cats. I debated this because the question becomes like, do I mention the cats at all? Because like maybe if I mention the cats, they make a bigger deal out of it. But like maybe if I don't mention the cats, I mean they'll probably do something about it regardless. It's a lot of cats. It's like kind of a lot of cats. Question is who let the dogs out? I mean honestly, like that's certainly meant as a joke, but like for real, I do not know where any of the dogs came from. And to be clear about this, the cats are like of like 1 to 2 lineages. You can tell by the markings on them that like it's basically like one extended family of cats. Like no two, well, okay, I think the two most recent dogs are of similar breeds, possibly the same ones, but none of the rest are. I don't know where they came from. Are you aware of there being at least 15 stray cats in your neighborhood? No, I can't say I know anything about that. Well, I'm glad that your need to have cats of your own is satisfied with two sister kittens. Although also, good luck with kittens. I mean, it sounds like you're doing your own impression of the two simultaneous child bosses. Which incidentally, we did last Sunday. My parents and I took my niece and nephew to Disney World using a VIP tour that was provided by my sister, who has many ins with the fairy godmothers of Disney World. It was a really fun time that was also deeply trying. So I haven't really been able to make a lot of time to visit with them because I have work and then I have like stuff to like being an adult is hard. So then, like this is like the second basically the second full day I had seen them during this 3-week long visit. And they were very excited to see me, which was great. But it also meant that like I had their full focus and attention and chaos for like the entire day. Also, just like I don't know. I mean, most of you, I'm sure, know children, and it is difficult to always make a child happy. Even when you think you're doing something to make a child happy, it may not always work out the way you expect. And that's like at least doubly true in a theme park. For some reason, they were feeling like they wanted to push their limits and go on rides that like we were not sure that they wanted to do. But I feel like I was very clear at every opportunity of like, hey, you don't have to do anything. Like, we just want you to have a good time. We can do this. If that sounds like fun, we can do it. We don't have to do it. So like we'd ask them like, do you want to go on this like little like mine train roller coaster? And like my nephew like was not interested and my niece was. And then we had sort of made arrangements where like, okay, we're gonna go into like the queue, like the waiting area where it's like air conditioned and not in direct sunlight, and like one of us will just stay with him and like the rest will like take my niece on the ride and it'll be fine. And even though like we were very clear that like we weren't going to make him go on the ride, he was like very upset just to be in line. And then like halfway through the line, he was very adamant that he go on the ride, and we're like, okay. And we got on the ride, and like the second we had reached the point of no return, he suddenly didn't want to be on the ride anymore. I'm starting to wonder if I'm having some like adverse like area of effect situation, because like back in December we took my niece and nephew to Legoland, and my niece really wanted to ride this like unicorn themed thing, and she seemed to think it was fun, even though She clearly doesn't like heights. This is information that I now have enough data points to know, but my brother did not mention this at any point, and obviously she's too young to like understand it well enough to articulate this. And so like somehow I was designated as the one who was going to take her on that ride, and she really did not like it, and I felt really bad, even though like I don't feel like I pressured her to be on it. And then that happened like two more times at Disney World. It's like I swear I'm really not doing anything to pressure the kids to go on these rides. It's kind of a bummer, man. Just hope they don't think that I'm like some horrible monster who's like trying to make them do this. When really I'm like, we could go like sit on a bench. We don't have to do nothing, man. There's so much walking at a theme park. Have you heard of this? One of your cats is eating the headphone cord. That sounds right. I know that's true. Like I said, as a child, I always wanted to ride the rides, and as I got closer, the scarier they seemed. That's like, I totally agree. The problem is just that, like, there is a point where you're on the, like, I don't know, like maybe I could have made like a big fuss to get like my nephew off the roller coaster, but it was so funny, right? The roller coaster in particular was really funny, because like for one, it's one that like I think my mom and I had both sort of had the same impression of like it's not that scary of a roller coaster. Certainly it's a roller coaster and not all kids want to do that. But as I mentioned, my niece like for some reason she was really into the idea, and then my nephew like wasn't until he wasn't. And I sat with him on that ride, and my mom sat with my niece. And then by the end of the ride, my niece, I think she like bumped her head on the headrest during that ride, and like that kind of put her off it, and it happened like on like the first turn or something, and she really wasn't happy about it. And my nephew was like holding on to me for dear life and saying that the ride was like hurting him and he was going to fall out of it, and I kept assuring him that none of that was true and it was totally safe and we were all fine. And then we reached like the end of the ride and we're like waiting to disembark, and I'm like, oh, like I'm sorry that like you didn't have a good time on that. And then he just like suddenly like whips his head up and he's like, actually I kind of like that. Despite like the entire time just basically like screaming and being like, no, this is terrible. And then just like at the very last second was like, no, that was good. Which like isn't even like an entirely unreasonable reaction. It's just really funny the way kids are. I would love to be the whole time they couldn't have insisted on sitting with you more often. That's true. And frankly, we were fortunate that that only caused like an argument like 2 times. Um, you're doing good with them. That means they only went onto the scary rides because they wanted to brave them. The fact that you'd be happy to sit on a bench with them is really sweet. My dad always guilted me and my brother and pressured us to go on the rides we wanted to go on. We cried a lot. I gotta stress, I don't know how much I've talked about this. I mean, I talk about going to theme parks like kind of a lot, mostly because every time my sister visits, we go to Disney, because that just happens, man. That's just what it's like living in Florida and having my sister in the family. But like when I was a kid, I didn't go on anything. I was too scared for every ride. Like I was not brave at all. The only reason I ever even started going on roller coasters is because there was this really rad one at Universal Studios, which we used to go to more often when we would like travel down to Florida to do like theme parks over summer vacation. And it was called like Dueling Dragons. I think it still exists in some form, and I think it's been like reformatted for like Harry Potter or something. But like it used to like literally just be like a generic like pair of coasters that like rode on like parallel tracks and would keep like going at each other. And it looked really cool, and it had all this dragon theming, and if you got to the end, you could go in the gift shop that had all the dragon stuff in it. I just thought that was really cool. And I had so many, like, not cool at all, like, t-shirts and hats and stuff from, like, going on that ride over several years. That, like, definitely didn't earn me any popularity points, but I have fond memories of them, despite wearing all of them into complete disrepair. But, like, that was, like, the thing. that like really got me like trying roller coasters, and I got more adventurous after I like got used to that, because like that was like actually like upper middle level of intensity for coasters. So it was kind of like a weird one to get involved in. But so like I always used to be forcing my mom to like not ride rides, and we would just like you know, a big one was like Splash Mountain, which like I don't really like getting wet or swimming. I have, you know, frankly,
I might get wet down there.
and I just have no patience for that, frankly. And yeah, so like I'd like force my mom to like not go on that, which like as an adult I now understand that my mom kind of also just doesn't want to go on the ride that gets you wet really anyway, so like it wasn't that much of a hardship. And B, like as an adult at the whims of several discordant children, like having the chance to like sit for a while is like not a hardship. These are things I understand with wisdom and age, but like there was like a midpoint where like between the like just selfishly not wanting to do the thing and like forcing my mom to go into a gift shop to buy stuff for me, and like now where I was like, oh, I feel bad for but like for sure my mom would be happy to do that, but like I still felt bad about it. But like yeah, there was like a lot of stuff that like I didn't want to go on. So like I totally got like, you know, I was not coming from a place of like trying to force the kids to do any of that. Like the second like either one of them was like, I don't want to do that, I'm like, that's amazing, let's not. But like somehow like they always came around and were like, yeah, let's do it. I was like, all right. And just like nearly every time it's backfired. So it's like the only hesitation I have about like saying that went like especially well is just sort of like, at the end of the day, I have no idea what their takeaway from that day was. Because, like, a lot of things happened that both of them individually did not seem to like. I don't really know. But it's fine. You know, we got to spend time with family. I had to spend time with them. You know, they seemed reasonably happy to just sort of be going around doing the stuff or whatever. So, like, I'm just gonna assume it's fine. One final thing I'll note. I said that I like went to get errands. I went to do errands earlier in the week on a day where like it wasn't supposed to rain in the evening, and then it just rained really hard, and it got me so good. I went to the local Walmart. There's not like a ton of stores you could go to in the immediate vicinity that accomplish certain goals. I don't really like shopping at Walmart. It's Walmart after all. But I went to the local Walmart and I like looked for a few things that are more easily gotten there than other places, and they had just like none of them. One thing that they did have was like Pokemon trading card game pre-constructed decks, which like I don't really at this point in time want to start collecting Pokemon cards again, because I'm not, and this will surprise you given the way I stream, actually that much of a masochist. But my niece and nephew, for some reason, are like really into the card game and like no other aspect of Pokemon as far as I'm aware. And so like, you know, my brother asked me to try and like teach them how to play. And again, I didn't really have that much time with them while they were visiting. And I tried to play with my nephew who's younger. And we got through like one turn before he's like, when I'm not playing, can I be playing on my Switch? And then he just like really completely lost any attention to what was going on and didn't know the rules of the game well enough to understand anything. It was kind of a mess. But I was like, you know what, like I'll pick up one of these to have it. So like the next time I see them, I'll just like be prepared. And then like a child just like spawned out of the aether to scoop up literally every deck on the shelf in like sheer like unbridled like childish enthusiasm to like try and convince his parents to probably buy all of them. And I was like, you know what? I hope that kid has a great day. I'm not even gonna like try and keep an eye on that and follow up. I hope that kid gets all those decks, and I'm just gonna abandon this line of reasoning. Love Pokemon cards. That's why I don't buy them. See, as much of a paradox as that sounds like, I think that makes perfect sense. I mean, I know that Neko among people here like looks at the Pokemon Center website and it like crashes anytime they release cards, because like scalpers and enthusiasts go after that stuff like crazy, man. All right, I had to catch you up on a lot of life because I didn't able to stream last Saturday, but now I think is a good time for No Sleep for Kaname Date. Now, here's where I make a loud noise to attract everyone who got tuned out by the boring man talking. I can't hear that anymore, so I can't sync with it. This is a weird fluke of the way I have that set up, which is like better for you and not for me. Yeah, so No Sleep for Kaname Date. If somehow you're just joining us, welcome. I'm Vasco the Gamer. I'm a cartoon pirate in real life, and more than anything, I like to play games that make me mad so I can be mad about them. Why is that true? I don't know. I should go to therapy. But this game is a spin-off of an existing series of visual novel games called the Somnium Files. The first of which I think is a pretty good game that's like undercut a little bit by some of its character and writing choices. The second of which is a molten hot mess that makes me genuinely super mad to think about. Boy, did they screw that up. This one, so far, has been really promising. The overall idea is that we play as Kaname Date, the titular character who works for a secret sort of police agency called Abyss, whose whole deal is that they solve otherwise unsolvable crimes by using their sci-fi technology of like a personal AI companion that lives inside his eyeball that helps him like scan for evidence and things of that nature. And also they have a machine that AI assistant can help navigate into other people's dreams by hooking both people's brains up to the machine, and clearly nothing could ever go wrong from that. In this particular game, for simplicity's sake, we'll just say the daughter of Kaname's love interest has been kidnapped by a group of people who identify themselves as reptilian aliens who have captured a certain group of humans to sort of test humanity's worthiness. And there's like these circulating rumors that like these are aliens that have woken up from slumbering deep within the earth in order to like mind control people and take over the earth. With these games, it's always hard to tell how much of the occult stuff they'll eventually lean into. Like it's sort of a reasonable gray area because like something a little odd always happens, but like they'll like start telling you a bunch of stuff that's like basically nonsense, and you have to kind of figure out what's gonna be real and what's not. As part of this test to determine whether humanity is worthy, they've captured Iris Sagan, and as we learned at the end of last week's stream, also Ota, from memory, I'm not going to be able to pronounce his name correctly. Matsuhida? He's basically like Aset, who is an internet idol's biggest fan, and also a little bit of a creep and a weirdo. But they find themselves now trapped together in the same situation where they have to keep seeking a way out of these escape rooms to prove that they have the ability to like open their third eye and reject all of the bad solutions that they're presented with. So if this sounds like a Sam & Max game, I don't know how to respond to that. There are certainly parts of it I could believe are in a Sam & Max game. The occult stuff certainly seems plausible. But yeah, so in the last episode, last Friday, we made our first use of the Dream Machine in this spin-off game. And we connected to an unknown person sealed inside some bizarre, like, cryogenic pod. And we've just chosen not to ask a lot of questions about that so the plot can happen. That person seems to be some sort of, like, Japanese TV writer. We saw, like, a lot of glimpses of, like, game and variety TV shows. And, like, there was these heavy overtones that, like, the writer character, whoever that mysterious person is, had, like, allowed bad things to happen, and that gloom sort of took over their life. But, like, not knowing their identity or what their whole deal is, there's not much more we can, like, speculate on about that for now. But like shortly after we like concluded that part of the investigation, we got a phone call saying that Iris was in another escape room, which now included Oda, and then we had to work through that, and it took a while. And we basically ended the last stream like after we had wrapped that up, and I think we were still connected to them to the extent that we'll probably be able to ask them a few more questions to try and figure out where they are and maybe why. And then like your guess is as good as mine as to what happens next. I really don't know. Anyway, thank you for joining us. Now the game begins. I think these will be the same again because I did not make time to get any of the good sound clips that this game generates. Second escape room also seemed much more immediately perilous to Iris' safety than the first. It's true, although by the end of the first one it was pretty perilous, where like they were basically like, okay, we're in the process of removing all the air from this sealed chamber, so you'll like die shortly thereafter. But like I would agree that like throughout the exploration there wasn't such an immediate sense of danger as her being trapped in like a sealed room that was flooding. Okay. Manual save is like slightly further along. Maybe I should have done the other one. We'll get some recap here.
A device meant to preserve a living human for extended periods of time. A fairly common sci-fi trope.
That's the weird pod that we
Dante.
sync to that has a
I'm going to
writer
have
in
you
it.
sync with the pod now.
But you can only stay in Somnium for 6 minutes.
That's very important.
The future is non-existent.
Oh, are you talking about the escape game?
Oh yeah, Hina's a new character.
I hate to say this, but this box you're in, what if it's a Kotori Bako?
What a fantastic, like, sucker punch of Japanese culture. What if it's a Kotori Bako? Okay, what then? What would that mean? It's just like, game really assumes I know what a Kotori Bako is. Okay, so... Yeah, actually, I'm sort of regretting my choice here. Can I, easily load? No, I can't. Whatever. So, like, I think we had, like, a little bit of small talk, like, immediately after getting off the call about the escape room. And then we were basically like, hey, can we ask you some questions while you're still on the phone? So this is Iris. She's in a bunny costume. Unclear why. We've been given no reason so far. It's neither entirely in nor entirely out of character for that to be true. But the fact that no explanation has been given is a little troubling to me.
Apparently, ViewCube is being spammed with videos showing you getting murdered.
That did also happen. That's true. Like, after we had been out of contact with Iris for a while, someone started circulating ViewCube videos of her being, like, murdered by a guy in the last place we saw her, which was weird. And then, like, just a few minutes later, she called us. And it's at this moment, it's pretty unclear as to why that's happening.
But I wasn't murdered.
Great information, good observation, soundly argued.
I'm all sprightly and jumpy and lively and stuff.
That sure does seem like a thing Iris would say.
Yeah.
That's kind of what I'm getting. Okay.
What if our bodies are already dead?
All right, Oda, are you going to tell me about Kotori Bakos or like the Philadelphia experiment or
What
something?
do you mean?
Well, I hate to imagine this, but it could be that our consciousness might have been transferred into VR. By 2050, society will be liberated from the constraints of the body, brain, space, and time. It's the Moonshot program.
What kind of fantasy is that?
The Moonshot program is an actual plan announced by the Cabinet of Japan.
Is it now?
Seriously?
Not helping Ota. I mean, you could pretty much say not helping Oda to most things that Oda says. Very optimistic to think 2050. I mean, I don't know. In this world, we already have the brain machine.
Though it takes someone like Ota to twist it into a conspiracy theory.
Now, like, half the cast is really into conspiracy theories. It's par for the course.
If only he put that imagination to better use.
I don't know, man. It seems destructive.
A society free from the limits of body, brain, space, and time. That's basically the idea behind a metaverse.
Oh, let's not talk about the metaverse.
We might be the government's guinea pigs.
And behind it, there's this new world order that wants to rule the Earth.
Well, okay, which is it? Are reptilian aliens trying to take over the Earth, or is the government experimenting on its own citizens? I mean, I guess technically it could be both, but I feel like, again, we're fighting hard against Occam's
They
razor.
regulate the population size and return Earth's resources to a manageable level.
I mean, that doesn't sound right. Isn't Japan in the middle of like a multi-year process of trying to get people to expand their population?
That's basically the Great Reset, right?
Yeah, right. Can you pick a lane and stay in it, all right? Gonna say lizard people sounds like something Iris would come up with. Yes, for sure, definitely. But like, we've done that weird thing. So like when Nirvana Initiative, the second Somnium Files game that was released that is technically third in the timeline, when that came out, they leaned really hard on like one of her conspiracy theories that was mentioned in the first game in a way that was like genuinely quite shocking to me at the time. But like the first game does also mention reptilians, but like in a way that's like even less serious, and like now this whole game is based on them. It's odd. Didn't Alex Jones write this game? Isn't he like too busy constantly being sued to write a Japanese video game? Also, Demolition says it's too coherent to be him. That's weirdly also true, but like not because this game is super coherent.
Okay. Aiba.
Such technology does not yet exist.
Does everyone like that, like, Ryuki's just here for some reason? Some inadequately explained reason?
Yeah, I figured.
Lost another case this week. Yeah, I heard that. I don't know, the Wheels of Justice are basically immobile, so, like, I'm not sure if that means anything, but I do love to hear him losing. Mostly because he seems like a real creep and loser, and he'd probably get along with Oda, if we're being honest. I have to say, such technology does not exist is somewhat ironic now. I mean, certainly in the sense that, like, we already have a machine that, like, lets our brains, like, inhibit, like, a metaphorical space that doesn't exist, and can also, like, definitely disconnect them from our own bodies. Like, the sync machine itself is, like, a definite, like, stepping stone to making that technology, right? Master Tama was the one who told us about the murder videos on ViewCube. The way I know this is fiction is that, like obviously those videos would be demonetized, and so, like, no one would be posting that stuff, right? What happens if you 7-minute sync with a corpse? I feel like that, while an interesting thought experiment, like, probably isn't relevant, because, like, you probably can't if it's just dead, right? I don't know where Iris is, but she's alive, I think. Yeah, she's all sprightly and lively and jumpy and whatever. Okay, let me talk to Ryuki, I guess.
Yes, thank you.
He's feeling better from, I don't know, he's always sick. That's like Ryuki's whole thing. But not like he catches colds easily, like he's always on the verge of a mental breakdown. And to be entirely honest with you, like, big mood. I feel like if I was a character in this universe, I would be Ryuki, which is, like, not a compliment, but, like, also isn't as insulting as saying, like, Ota or something.
Listen, if you just keep doing whatever boss says, it'll kill you, physically and emotionally.
I mean, you could tweak that sentence, like, a little bit, and it would just kind of encompass all of reality.
You gotta learn when to ignore her.
I do?
You think that's a good idea?
Oh no, Date, I think she heard you. This Ryuki seems like he caught his breath. Okay, let's talk to Hina. We all love Hina, right?
Lots of it. And I guess the third eye part is a reference to the lizard organ.
Oh, good. What's funny is this game isn't actually written by Uchikoshi, and with lines of dialogue like this, you could easily fool me into thinking otherwise.
The what?
Some species of lizard have a third eye called a parietal eye.
Really? What about your reaction to seeing that woman?
I was just surprised.
Yeah, no, she's definitely got some connection to whoever's in charge of this game. She, like, okay, so Hina is a new character who apparently everyone hates. For me, the jury is out, but, like, not like a strong start or whatever. She replaces Pewter for reasons that become clear at the end of the first Somnium Files game. He was the technician. He cannot currently be the technician. So now we have Hina. She has expressed multiple times that she loves escape rooms, to the point that she is apparently banned from all Japanese escape rooms, which is a weird flex, but okay. And other than that, she's just kind of like a stereotypical anime woman character with like kind of a high-pitched voice and like a childish demeanor. And so far she hasn't added much other than like acting kind of arrogant about her intelligence and saying weird stuff, which is kind of just how all the characters in this game talk, to be honest. Her voice seems really familiar, but also extremely grating. Yeah, I think that's right, Sarah. Cypher Justin, good to see you. Welcome.
Well, I can't blame you for that.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised that like Date like observed a useful thing, but at the same time, like one of the things that has made this game more exciting to me than like Nirvana Initiative, probably even by this same point. Maybe it took a little longer for it to start like turning the corner, but like Date is written overall like more capable, and like Aiba is like less like violent anime love interest, like, you know, like the stereotypical relationship in like a romantic relationship in an anime where like the guy's clearly an idiot and the girl constantly uses physical violence on him as humor. Like they played that up like a lot in the other Somnium Files games, and it's like still present, but they've like toned it down to a level that's like less grating. And like last week I sort of had the realization that like I think part of that is just that like they don't insist on dwelling on the joke as long. Like I feel like both of the other games would like really belabor the point where like someone would make like an offhanded goofy comment and the other one would sort of chide them a little bit. And then there would be like 10 more lines of dialogue not letting that exchange go. And in this game, they like follow the actual flow of the comedy a little better, where someone says a silly thing and everyone's like, hey, wait a minute. And then like they'll either like comedically brush it aside or like have a retort. And then we mostly move on after that. And it works better. It's Hina. There's a bunch of stuff coming out of her head, but what's all this? What? That's a weird thing to say. Alright. It's boss. Oh, can I talk to the pod? That would be fun.
A way to open the pod.
Have you tried crowbar? Have you tried using the knife?
Forcing it open could make it go boom and kill the person inside.
I feel like something was lost in translation from Japan. They keep having her say words with like 3 eyes in the middle, and she kind of just reads it like normal.
Why the hell did you let me sync with it?
I think he's referring to a weird hairstyle. I agree with you that I think that's what he's doing. In my opinion, that doesn't make it less weird.
Wait a minute. What pod?
Oh, well... So yeah, that's the situation.
It's strongly implied that I told her the situation.
Reptilian!
Huh?
About 3000 BCE, reptilians, aliens, came to Earth and gave wisdom to mankind.
I've heard about that too.
Of course.
They went to sleep deep underground to avoid a nuclear war in ancient Greece.
I worry about you, Ota. I would like for you to read a book. Not like a conspiracy theory magazine or something. But like, I'm pretty sure that wasn't like a serious concern in ancient Greece. Dude says, I don't know if I can handle this game's nonsense tonight.
This year, actually.
I gotta say, like, I could do with moving on to the other parts of stupid that this game is, but I've been avoiding having my entire person melt down for like this whole week. I'm struggling to exist. So if you're having a rough time, you're in my company.
Aiba, does the pod really have a reptilian inside?
I would like to say no, but I cannot prove a negative.
The stuff we saw in Somnium seemed pretty human to me.
If it is not, it would mean that aliens with sufficiently human-adjacent brains can enter Somnium as well.
Let's talk to boss. Link between Somnium and the escape
what I saw in
game.
Somnium and the solutions in the escape game.
Yeah. If they are unrelated, that would be a hell of a coincidence.
The escape game and Somnium. If there's one person who could be connected to both, it would be...
Huh? Me?
There's no better time to fess up than now.
I'm intrigued by the fact that he's so suspicious of her. It feels a little out of his character to, like, A, have observed the weird connection that she seemed to have with the game master for the escape game at the end of the last stream, but also just to, like, actually, like, seriously consider a suspect. And I say that with him, like, technically being something of a detective. Oh no, I agree that she had like, my impression based on given information is that she definitely has some connection to it. I don't know what it is, but, like, for sure it's not none. But keep in mind, what I'm saying is Date not only clocked that, not only noticed it was unusual and suggested that connection, but, like, now is actively, maybe not technically outright accusing her, but is, like, leveling suspicion against her. Like, I feel like normally Date would just say, like, a dick joke and request, like, a porno mag and then, like, accidentally shoot someone in the head. Instead, he's, like, acting like someone who wants to solve a mystery.
I have no idea what's going on. Also, if I was the mastermind, why would I help you solve my own game?
Objection. No one said you were the mastermind. You're trying to deflect. You don't have to be the mastermind to have a connection.
Well, that's a good point.
False. That's more like Date.
Huh? The comms are...
Yeah, I'm honestly surprised that lasted that long.
Hey, Iris! So we still don't know where they are, huh?
I mean, I think you were here the whole time. I think you know that that's true.
Well, at least they seem okay. That's good, right?
Well, I guess so. Anyway, what now?
I mean, according to the game, Iris had all the blood taken out of her body by a needle like 20 minutes ago. But yeah, she's fine.
Not sure why you'd ask me.
The stuff we saw in Somnium makes me wonder what kind of person would imprison Iris like this. Who would imprison her?
Reptilian.
Maybe him.
You got a lead?
MoMA.
No, it's not MoMA. That's a stupid
You
lead.
think MoMA is person of interest I?
No, not that he's in the pod. I just think he might be the one pulling the strings.
Then who is it?
We'll put that aside for now.
Fine by me. What are Aiba's thoughts?
Okay, here's like a really outlandish idea. Stay with me on this. I know that Abyss's specialty is to, like, sort of interrogate people against their will by, like, diving into their subconscious and whatever. But, like, couldn't we just, like, look up who had credits on the specific TV shows we saw in the dream? Like, we'll forget the pain that we felt in the dream, but maybe we'll remember the leads that we saw in the dream, because that is kind of why we do it. Like, maybe we just look up whatever person was involved in, like, those specific 3 TV shows. Because, like, it's probably a small number of people, maybe just one person. Especially when we know that, like, writing was, like, specifically a part, like, there's typically not a huge number of writers for a game show most of the time, I would think. I don't know if that's, like, dramatically different in Japan. I guess it's possible.
Well, because we lack clues, we should instead examine every possibility.
Aiba's for it too.
Having you be messenger boy is so annoying. Hina, can you make it so that we can hear Aiba and Tama too?
If we had this ability, and you are the boss, would we not have done this by now?
Okay, I'm on it.
Oh, right. Can I take her with me?
Huh?
Solving escape games is a pain in the ass. I'd rather just have her do it.
Yay! All right, boss, I'm going.
But doesn't Aiba make solving the game just as easy?
Actually, I was going to suggest Hina join us as well.
Why? Just because we need the plot to happen?
Aiba's with me on this.
The thing is, since we haven't arranged for everyone to hear her, he could have just lied about that.
Let's go, Hina.
Huh? Where?
That would be...
I was wondering how long it would take us to talk to Moma. I'm still kind of curious when and if we'll see Mama. Because we have already, like, shown the bar a couple times with, like, no allusion to Mama being
Oh,
there.
it's you. What do you want?
That is, like, definitely not the same voice actor, right? Didn't this guy have kind of like a higher pitched, kind of like scraggly voice? Kat says, honestly, if MoMA isn't involved, he'd probably want to try and help. I mean, I'm virtually certain he's not involved, but I do agree with the take that, like, he is also a huge fan of Iris and would definitely want to help. The only reason he's not actively doing that, I imagine, is because he doesn't know about this secret abduction we're dealing with.
It's been a while, huh? Is MoMA in?
Huh? And what if he's not?
There's no shot this is even close to that guy's original voice. It's making me feel insane.
Looks like he's not here. What a waste of time.
But since we're here, why not try to get something out of him?
Like, his
I don't
organs?
exactly like dealing with this type of guy.
Wait, he has an instruction manual for the pod. Life support medical pod. Why does he have that? Why is that just there? Why does the camera show that and then no one remarks on it? Oh, hang on. It's time for Aiba's trivia. These are the offices of the Kumakura family. They are a branch of the Ujisaki family, which is a designated Yakuza group. The MPD has the Kumakuras registered as a criminal organization. There are two reasons why Date can't just visit them like so. That's a weird way to say that. First is the fact that he is acquainted with the boss, Moma Kumakura. The second is Moma's status as a passionate fan of Aset, parentheses Iris. They claim to be a clean Yakuza group, but Date keeps a sharp eye on them regardless. Okay, now that's just factually incorrect. I mean, I guess maybe you could just say that Aiba is the sharp eye, but like, he's not keeping an eye on them. Pamphlet. There's a pamphlet for medical equipment. Nope, it's technically true, but it's just a wildly unhelpful interpretation of the facts right in front of us. Why is this here?
Look at this.
A modern medical pod. It is equipped with a suite of life support functions and is used to accommodate patients in a vegetative state. Apparently, the device provides all the care they require.
It looks kind of like the pod I synced with.
Kind of? How many pods you be seeing out there, Date? Then which is also, we're gonna need a plot point as to why Hina isn't in the second/third in time game. I mean, yeah, for sure she's like a villain, or she's gonna blow up, or also find a way to get arrested or something. Like, I'm not so concerned about, like, it'll definitely happen. Like, there are certain plot holes I don't have confidence that the game will fill. That one I do feel like we'll get.
It could be that it was made by modifying this commercially available pod.
Okay, just throwing Occam's razor into the garbage again. We're taking some real wild logical leaps around here.
So it used to be a medical device?
I like that even though there are no other Yakuza here, this guy is Yakuza B. Like, it sucks to suck, doesn't it? Yeah, let's talk to Hina. You okay?
This is a gangster den, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah? Why are we here?
We won't be long, just wait a bit.
Okay.
Her heart rate is slightly elevated,
I guess she's nervous being in a place like this.
a reaction quite unlike Iris's. Coming here only excited her.
To be fair, I think Hina is having the normal reaction.
Yeah, mostly if Iris has a reaction to something, it is the wrong reaction.
Huh?
You look out of it.
Oh, I need to go to the bathroom a bit.
I don't like the way she said that. I feel like she's just gonna stand there and not leave and like make eye contact and make it really uncomfortable.
Well, you shouldn't hold it.
The bathroom's right behind that door and to the right.
Date, that's not what I...
Hmm?
Forget it. I'll go after you finish your questions.
Wait, what did she mean? Just that she doesn't want to be here, or is there like some weird subtext that I don't understand? Hey, Fritz, you're just in time for whatever that is happening. I hope you're doing well. question we should be asking is, why is Hina here? Why hasn't she returned to the basement from whence she came? I feel like when Hina isn't on the screen, everybody should be asking where Hina is. Don't you agree? She's basically Poochie, right? Okay, I'm not the only one who didn't understand that? Great, okay.
Take your time.
Thanks.
Take your time not pooping, I guess. Hey, Yakuza B. Why is this medical equipment pamphlet here?
That thing's mine.
Is it?
Yours?
I happen to be a doctor, you know.
Is it?
I try to keep up with the latest tech so I don't get left behind.
You're just a back alley doctor.
I'm a genius doctor who just happens to work in the shadows. I ain't some unlicensed dumbass with a scar on his face.
Is he the one behind the pod? No, I'm overthinking it.
How would that be overthinking it? That's a much simpler, like, explanation than most other things that could come to mind. Also, it is making me absolutely insane, this guy's voice. It's, like, so not, like... Maybe I'm misremembering. Like, I have an idea in my head of, like, roughly what this guy's supposed to sound like, and this voice is, like, not even remotely close to it. To the point that, like, no effort could possibly have been made to match the feel of this character whatsoever.
Well, I just tried calling Moma, and it turns out I cannot reach him.
That makes me even more curious about his location.
This is also, not to belabor the pause, you know, if you're only here for the gameplay, I was talking a little bit earlier about a trip to Disney World that I took with my niece and nephew and my parents last weekend. I don't know if it's like a deliberate choice on the part of my brother and his wife, but like their kids like really avoid using contractions, and it's like really odd sometimes. Like sometimes it sounds like they're just like little like datas from Star Trek or something. I do not want that. I did not like that. Like, I don't know. I don't know if that's like a normal part of like learning parts of speech or if that's unusual. It feels weird to me.
It could be that he is confined somewhere, just like Ota.
I mean, he easily could be like the third guest. Like, I feel like we're gonna have an increasing cast size over there, but we'll see how that plays out.
Be a hell of an idiot in that case. Imagine being a gang leader and getting snatched like that.
Wow, weird victim blaming.
Hina, sorry for the wait. We're leaving.
Oh, really? I'm not gonna ask any of those other questions?
Oh, you're done. That's a relief.
Did you happen to relieve yourself, or did you still need to go? I'm a little unclear.
Tell me if you get any word from Moma.
Yeah, sure thing. And you better make sure Tessa's alright.
I will.
I apparently has to end the... Oh. I realized I missed one of those and then felt bad about it.
So, we're after Moma now.
Well, I guess shady guys are the type to do shady stuff.
Actually, they call themselves a wholesome gang.
Even docile creatures like giraffes engage in violence when a female is the prize.
Giraffe.
I had to. I haven't really memorized where I placed all those things because I don't press the buttons often enough. That does seem like just an unhinged thing to just drop casually in the conversation, though, right? It says, I think Aiba's adoration for the giraffe. Like, clearly a female giraffe is a prize worth fighting for.
Giraffe.
Really?
Why are you talking about giraffes?
I don't know if I need that, but I'm gonna make a note of that.
Giraffe. Giraffe. Giraffe.
I don't need
Giraffe.
a map to get to Bone Town.
I love leaving chat to its own devices for like 2 minutes. Scraw, great point.
Giraffe.
Why are you talking about giraffes?
Giraffes fight by using their long necks as whips.
Oh.
Giraffe.
This is the kind of craziness I want from this game today.
Than my mom.
It is called necking,
Abe?
and it sometimes leads to broken necks, soon followed by a painful death.
birthday!
I don't think they did, but why not play the song?
Oh, darn.
Giraffe.
Ole!
I'm pretty sure necking means something else. It may also mean that, but with this game, you don't know.
That's scary.
And speaking of giraffes, there is a species of weevil known as Tracheliforus giraffa, or giraffe weevil. It is quite a lovely little bug, and...
Giraffe.
Aiba's fascination with insects is like a weird new feature. I don't think that existed in either of the previous games.
Too long, and none of it sounds true at all.
Does anyone else remember Aiba like having a fascination with bugs? I think it's like the third time it's come up in this game.
Just find Moma's location. No more giraffe talk.
Wow. Date must really be upset if he wants to can the giraffe talk. Did she really like bugs in Nirvana Initiative? Can you like remember like an instance when that came up? Like I can't, it doesn't mean it didn't happen, but like I'm just curious if you like specifically remember like a time that came up.
Very well. There is a plant called Harpagophytum procumbens, which...
Please, let's focus on the job. I beg you.
How's Moma's trail looking, if you know what I mean?
I am currently checking his GPS logs.
What'd you find?
First, it looks like he spent last evening at a cafe on Omotesando.
Omotesando? Looking like he does?
I bet that's hilarious in Japanese.
Then he stayed at a nearby hotel.
Did he meet someone there?
It looks really cool out in the game. Doesn't it just... we really captured like golden hour.
I will look into it.
Yeah, do that.
Can I seriously ask the same question again and expect a different result? How's Moma's trail look?
About whether he met someone at the hotel or not.
If Moma's involved, it's likely that he met up with someone related to the escape game.
That's such an insane conclusion to draw based on basically no evidence.
It does not appear that he met with anyone.
Damn.
I checked his communication records, and it appears that he was merely watching VODs of Iris's streams.
Same, brother.
I see.
So far, it appears doubtful that he is directly involved in Iris's disappearance.
This actually does strike me as kind of weird, because, like, Somnium Files 1, like, really clearly establishes the type of person that Moma is, and, like, the way he interacts with Iris, and, like, in no way do I feel like he would ever threaten her. And I feel like Aiba, at least, even if Date is too stupid, would, like, understand that well enough to, like, not randomly make the assumption that he would be behind this.
Back to his trail. Early morning today, he went to a shrine near Yoyagi Park.
And did he meet up with anyone there?
Did he meet Yoyagi Bear? Or Yoyagi Boo Boo?
I checked the recording of a nearby surveillance camera, and it appears that it was a normal shrine visit.
It appears he was watching even more of Iris's VODs. It was kind of a weird place, but okay.
What do you mean by that?
He spent 10 minutes with his hands clasped and a demonic expression on his face.
Well, that's unfortunate.
Yeah, there's no way a guy like him would be behind this escape game.
You know, I would joke that, like, did Date experience, like, head trauma between the end of the first game and here, but, like, that's basically guaranteed. How you doing over there, Hina? Playing Candy Crush on your wrist thing?
Huh?
What are you doing?
You've been on your phone for a while.
Oh, I'm just chatting with a friend.
A friend who happens to be a reptilian alien who's testing humanity via escape rooms.
A friend?
Yes, I have friends, you know.
That's not what I meant.
You're so rude.
Oh, what are you talking about?
This is workplace harassment, you know.
She should have just said giraffes, frankly. I mean, I would have believed that really easily.
I didn't mean anything by it.
We just had a normal talk. Today's horoscopes, weirdos on the train, amusement parks we could go to, etc.
Oh, so you can be normal when you want to.
It feels pretty mature to be leaning really hard into stereotypes about a character we barely know, but okay.
Date.
What?
That is just plain harassment.
As opposed to the zesty branch harassment we're used to.
So, where did Moma go after that?
Interesting conversational flow.
Well, His GPS signature disappeared at Yoyagi Park.
Gotcha.
Should we go there?
Yeah, we should find out why the trail went dead.
Very well.
I hope there isn't a horse in the... or a bone in the stomach cavity of a horse that shouldn't exist. You've exhausted other conversational topics. Onto the plot. I mean, it is a facet of games like this, but like that was really kind of like inelegant.
As I mentioned before, Moma's GPS signal ends here.
Oh, this part. I think this one only got added in Nirvana Initiative. I mean, obviously, since this game was made after Nirvana Initiative, we're reusing the assets. But I don't think this game was in, or this park was in the first game at all.
We can follow it no further.
I would not have been able to tell you that it was called Yoyagi Park.
And I don't see him anywhere.
Hey, Date.
Yeah?
I have to pee again, or something.
Did that mob boss really kidnap Iris?
If I knew that, we wouldn't still be investigating.
Well, there's no way to be sure yet, but he has the motive.
It's like Mizuki, but with a weird twinge to her voice. I agree. Someone sort of pointed that out last week, and even though, like, I didn't hear it right away when I was listening for it, it was like, yeah, I hear that. But I think someone looked it up, and that wasn't... I don't know. I didn't look it up myself, so I don't have a conclusive answer to that.
Huh.
Anyway, let's take a look around. Maybe we'll find some clues.
I definitely hope that we don't find like a piece of paper in a balloon that has a bunch of pairs of letters and like an order that we should select them that spells out Hora Inst Undigo. Well, let me x-ray this shed.
I do not see any secret passages leading underground, nor do I detect any signs of someone being imprisoned here.
Looks like Andantino wasn't here.
And I had some hope for this place.
Hope we buy a non-alcoholic beer. I'm glad that the Alfrey machine is still here.
I'm a bit thirsty.
But I am not.
Well, that's because you are an artificial intelligence shaped like a bear.
Yeah.
What? How is that? How did that end that conversation? I hate to break it to you, game. This is not a tree. It is a girl. It's a human girl.
Moma's gotta be behind that tree.
Oh my god, please x-ray the tree. The motion says, but a cute bear. It's true. I think in Japan, they started releasing Somnium Files plushes. I saw them in the, like, Somnium Files subreddit. Like, someone had, like, an Aiba one that was actually pretty cute, but, like, I think it's only in Japan. Happy affiliate-versary. Thank you, buddy godmother. Everyone say hello to my sister in chat. Good to see you. You were missed on our excursion last Sunday, but I hope you are doing well. It's definitely a person and not a tree, right? This game's making me a little crazy tonight, but it's Somnium Files, so it will be doing that anyway.
I detect no signs of life.
Nah. Trees are growing all over the park. Some of them are masquerading as human girls. Stone monument. Let's x-ray that.
Moma's gotta be behind this.
But he is not.
That was really how we solved the park puzzle?
Let's go back to the car.
I'm sorry, so did he genuinely think that when we couldn't get a GPS reading on the guy that we're trying to track, that, like, he just, like, obliterated his phone, but, like, hid in the park? Like, he was still here, but he destroyed his phone specifically so we didn't use that to track him? Isn't it more concerning that she detects no signs of life? I mean, maybe she's calibrated to fauna only. I don't know, it sounds concerning.
Huh? Look, someone's coming.
Need a crown. Next week's not going to be favorite. Oh, that does not sound great. I'm sorry to hear that. I have my, like, for one, I've been, like, putting off getting my car service for, like, way too long. Like, I really need to finally do that. But, like, I got, like, a text this week being like, your, like, water treatment system is due to be serviced. And I was like, oh, yeah, I forgot that kind of has to happen, huh? It's, like, not cheap either. But it's, like, really important because of the whole Florida water situation. Also, that girl is right there. Yeah, I'm starting to think that girl is like a cardboard cutout for like a driving exam. Like, don't run over her or whatever. Oh, look, someone's coming.
Hey, if it ain't Date.
It's a character who, canonically, we don't know yet. I'm genuinely not sure, like, what specific implications it has for the time frame of this game that we know Leon, but, like, it's not Nirvana Initiative.
You been good?
Hey! Whoa! His hair's like a lion's mane.
It's not really, but he gets that a lot. Could they have done that when doing all the other water things? No, because, like, there's, like, the company did...
Name's
oh,
Lian, not Lion.
like a company like installed a machine at my house that makes the water good, and it was like a year ago. I just kind of like forgot that was coming up, but I had to deal with it. But like, it's fine. Their system for making that work is pretty workable. It's Lian Twinning. Definitely do not remember that was his last name. His father is American and his mother is Japanese. I met him at Gen's place. Okay, wow, we're just casually dropping that Gen is also already in the timeline. Okay. Really hit it off and are good friends now. We even share the same interests. But are you such good friends that, for example, you've seen each other's buttholes? Because that was the criteria that Nirvana Initiative gave us for how good of friends that Gen and Date were.
Well, let me introduce him. This is my porno mag pal.
I am not entirely sure that he will appreciate you introducing him that way, whether or not that is a true statement.
Porno mag pal?
Porno mag pals. True to the name.
It's an art. No, an entire culture celebrated the world over.
He does
Defying
not
all
seem to
borders
care,
and boundaries.
as it turns out.
We're a bunch of good pals who share our porno mag collections. Oh, as well as ponder world peace and debate our preferences.
Your preference is about world peace, right? Your preference is about world peace, right?
We've actually been looking to expand recently. Care to join?
That feels like a safe no.
I think I'll pass.
What are you doing here? Hey, you good?
Damn right I am. I'm always feeling 1000%.
What's he so pumped about?
Well, I think the magazines we were just talking about. You seem to be in a good mood.
I am.
Did something good happen?
I thought you'd never ask. I actually got a new job. Full-time, too. Now I don't have to worry about getting kicked out of my apartment.
Hey, now that's worth celebrating. When I get the chance, I'll give you one of the best entries in my collection, brother.
Really? Oh, you're a great friend, Date.
Is Hina's whole purpose to the plot, like, trying to get Date written up to human resources? We talked about the concept of human resources in Abyss last week, and how it feels like there's a stalemate between Date and his boss, who is known as Boss, and that's the only reason that the whole department is able to function. But I feel like dragging Hina around and, like, showing her what a day in Date's life is like, he's, like, definitely grounds for him being, like, fired or whatever.
From your own personal collection? Wow, you're so nice.
Okay, or she's on board with this concept or something? I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Anyone would want what I've got.
I want it too.
I don't know if that's true, but I don't know that it's not.
Well, sure, I guess.
You see anyone Wait, can I ask her stupid questions? I sure can. Brace yourselves, everybody. Now that I've looked at it, I can't not ask it, but you know I shouldn't, and you know I don't want to. What kind of porno mags are you into, Hina?
I'm not interested in that to begin with. Honestly, I've never even read one.
Okay.
What? How horrible.
No, that's fine.
You know the saying, right? No porn, no life.
That's not No one said that.
Everyone's first step takes courage. Don't be scared to ask me for guidance.
I never heard that saying before, but sure. I guess if I ever want to take that first step, I'll come to you.
I don't like how earnest that was.
I see great potential in her.
Do not drag her into your perverted group.
But they're such good
His
friends.
heart calls for the freedom of pornography.
Bring it up again, and I will delete everything on your cloud.
No, not my sexy heaven.
Well...
I'm sorry, I won't do it again.
Found any bad guys that make you go ding?
I haven't found anyone that makes me go ding.
Hey, anyone care to translate that from Japanese to confusing to English? Gotta drag her line for sound clip. I don't. That feels unusable. That one seems too far. The guess is that he's asking if she has a type. Why would they have to be bad guys? And also, why ask it like that?
But I will say that this guy wandering around a park in the middle of the day by himself makes me ding with suspicion.
You know what? That's entirely fair.
Harsh. I know how I look, but I'm actually the gentlest of gentlemen.
A pervert gentleman, huh?
Okay, we're good there. Hey, you see anyone suspicious at the end?
Suspicious?
We lost sight of a certain besuited bad guy here.
No, sorry. I didn't see anyone like that.
Damn. I didn't expect the search to reach a dead end so fast.
You know, maybe you could try talking to Mama?
Hey, gang. I have it on good authority that it's entirely possible. Mama's home.
Mama? From Marble?
Yeah.
Just wearing the veil again. I think that had some specific justification at a specific point in Nirvana
She's
Initiative.
even stronger than my mom.
I mean, she has to be in order to understand the plot of Nirvana Initiative, which she is pivotal in explaining, not that it makes any sense.
She recently took up fortune telling, and they say that her predictions are really accurate. I actually landed the job after she read my fortune.
Well, I guess it's worth a shot.
You would use fortune-telling for an investigation? Have you lost your mind?
It's Date we're talking about. He didn't have a whole lot to begin with. It's fine.
Mama's also an information broker. She might know something. No harm in swinging by to say hi, right? For all we know, we might get something good from it.
Statistically unlikely. It's actually really interesting to me that this investigation segment is linear, which I don't think has literally ever happened in franchise history. Like, normally we would have all these locations and they'd all be open at the same time. We would, like, go to the park and talk to Leanne and, like, go somewhere else.
Oh,
but, like,
my.
Look at all this trash.
Welcome.
Like, here, it's just like you have a conversation, they're like, you should go. I know exactly where you should go. In fact, I'm taking you there. The loading screen is done.
Hey, Mama. Heard you picked up fortune telling.
I did. I'm known to be very accurate, too.
Oh, that's right. She kept polishing the ball and making it weird. I did forget about that.
Care to try it?
Well, I am looking for information.
Why, of course. We can talk all you want. Free of charge, naturally.
Huh? But you made me pay for a reading.
Of course, you silly goose. You're not my type. Date, I'll make time for you tonight.
You mean for telling fortunes, right? You mean for telling fortunes, right?
Oh, it's like that.
Mama, how about you clear up this misunderstanding?
Don't see that happen.
No need to be shy about it.
Oh, yeah, I just remembered I got some stuff I gotta do.
Hold on, you've got the wrong idea.
Oh, and who is this little cutie?
This little cutie is me.
An unhelpful answer at best.
Well, well. Pretty high opinion of yourself, huh?
But
Come on, don't tease her like that. She's not used to it yet.
I have to say, Date, you're not very loyal, are you?
Hey, wait, Leanne is still here. Why is he still here? Does he want to see what happens? That makes me uncomfortable.
What are you talking about?
First it was Iris, then it was Mizuki. You just can't help but bring a new young girl in here every time. What's that about? Are you trying to make me jealous?
Tate, don't tell me you're into...
Don't be ridiculous. Everyone knows mature fruit is the sweetest.
What's the less troubling implication? Like, I mean, the situation with Mizuki is obviously weird because, like, he's basically her dad now. I don't think that's really a thing, but, like, I feel like he's overcorrected and is now implying, like, a mama relationship, which, like, also isn't great, is really my point. Yeah, they're both just kind of bad, right?
Like me, right? Wait, that would mean I'm old. No, I can't be old.
Oh, hang on. This fridge-like person called Mama is the owner of this bar, Marble. While it is just a bar on the surface, its location attracts a lot of people from society's underworld, so Date frequents it as a source of information. As demonstrated just now, she may be a bit eccentric. Mama's information is reliable. I will, however, point out that, like, no one ever comes here but us. I know the implication is that, like, criminals will tell Mama stuff, but, like, no one's ever here. Don't be fooled. Hey, Hina, what are your thoughts on Mama?
Mama? Well, she's a very amiable and warm person.
Oh my, amiable. I like that. But I'm also very attractive. Everyone's drawn to me.
Yeah, like a vacuum.
I must say, I like your hair. It's a gorgeous blonde.
Thanks. Everyone in my family is blonde.
It's kind of a weird answer to that.
Hey, Date, would you say that blonde hair is gorgeous?
That's not an immediately troubling question, but, like, knowing that Aiba is asking Date it concerns me.
It does add some points, yeah.
I see. So, blonde hair is a positive.
What are you planning?
I don't like it. I don't like it. You can't make me like it, and I don't. Hey, Leanne, I know it's a weird time to ask you about it because we took a whole drive over here or whatever. What's your job?
You said you found a job. What kind?
You're not gonna believe this, but I'll be working in a lab.
Alright, so we're definitely implying that this happened, like, pretty close to Nirvana Initiative.
A lab?
So you're a researcher?
No.
Nope. I'm a janitor. A lab janitor. Sounds like a cool job, huh?
Well, I'm glad you found work.
Is it me, or does it kind of look like Hina has, like, candy stuck in her hair? Like, there's, like, a lifesaver, and, I don't know, some, like, Tic Tacs or something? Like, I don't know what, like, it doesn't look like hair ties or ribbons or anything. Like, she has the ribbon that's making the weird spiky ponytail, but, like, there's definitely just some candy loose in there.
Now you'll be able to buy porno mags without going into debt.
Those are some life choices.
Yeah!
Of course!
Hang on. Log me? I somehow managed to skip past that.
Is that really something you should be going into debt for?
Of course! Of course!
It is fun that it lets you actually replay the line of dialogue. It's a well-constructed log system that I don't draw enough attention to. It might actually be the best visual novel log system I've ever seen. That being said, it is regrettably attached to Somnium Files, where it will not probably be appreciated by most. You have anything else interesting to say?
I don't really drink often, so I don't handle alcohol well. Drinking always makes me forget everything immediately. One time, I drank a mug of beer and woke up to find myself sleeping with the merlion.
Oh, the mascot of Singapore.
You got drunk and went to Singapore?
Mama, don't give her any booze. She'll wake up somewhere exotic again.
The alcohol-free stuff should be fine, right?
One time when I drank non-alcoholic beer, I woke up and found myself meditating on the hand of the Buddha statue.
What happens when you drink water, Hina? Does Persona 5 Royal count as visual novel? I don't know. Maybe, but it wouldn't contradict my statement because I haven't seen the system in those games.
The one in Nara?
No, Thailand.
That makes me want to get her drunk, just to see what would happen.
That's really cool and normal of you, Aiba.
Same, actually. But let's save that for another day.
Hey, Mama. Why'd you take up fortune telling?
I'm not sure how to answer that.
With words, probably. Maybe flashcards?
Though I suppose it's like an extension of my life counseling service.
Why are you doing that?
I already listen to my grumbling customers. That's basically no different from what a fortune teller does, right?
I mean, it's not really...
Well, when you put it that way.
No, I disagree.
It's thanks to her fortune telling that I got my new job.
How do the fortunes work?
You can't tell? I use Ballsy.
Ballsy?
Oh, come on. This crystal ball. It's a lovely name, isn't it? When I just rub it here and there like this, ooh!
She's only talking about Ballsy. Would it be better if she was just talking about Shaft? No, right? It'd be worse if she was only talking about Shaft.
Ballsy helps me out.
I don't think I should be watching this.
I don't think anyone should be watching this. I hope my mom's already gone to bed.
Yeah, I get what you mean.
What are you talking about?
It takes balls to understand.
But... balls?
Do you know where Iris is?
Oh my! Did Iris disappear?
That better be a rhetorical question.
We lost track of her this morning.
I see. Well, that's certainly worrying. All right then, I'll try my best.
Yeah, please.
That's way too serious.
Hello, my bally ball. The biggest thing in the world is...
This feels like the time we were driving to a funeral. My brother and I were playing Grand Theft Auto in the car, and Mom was watching on a second TV. Don't ask us how that was physically possible. It's true, my dad rigged up some real weird stuff in the car for some of those road trips. Yeah, I can see why it'd be a little bit like that. We're definitely like in the like deep orange, like inappropriate parts of this game, which are definitely not the best parts. There's like so many like fun shenanigans, and then like this stuff happens for like a full like 40 minutes, and by the end of it I kind of want to throw up a little. I make these decisions myself though.
Where is our cute little Iris right now? I have your answer. Our cute little Iris is... Oh, the truth is awful.
I was talking about wieners.
Wow, is that making something... I have all the visual alerts for that turned off, and for some reason something reset, and now the visual alerts are instead the size of the entire screen. Can I fix that? Can I make that stop happening? Hold on. Okay, we've updated your terms of service. That's cool. How do I, let's see. It seems to think that the visual is disabled, but I promise you it's not. I just saw it not do that. I don't think I want to bother with this. Just don't do it anymore. He says, knowing that doesn't work. Feature not a bug. You like it being too big. It's not supposed to be there at all, is the thing. If I wanted it to be there, I'd put like a big, stupid clip art on it or something.
Did something happen to her?
I can't find Iris's ballies anywhere.
Oh, can we not, though? In front of my mom and my sister? It's embarrassing.
Really? Oh no! That's bad, right?
It's like they don't even exist.
That'll be all, thank you.
You know it's bad when, like, Date's like, that's too immature for me. Do you know where Moma is?
Moma? The Kumakura boss?
Yeah, regrettably, it seems like I have to talk to you more to get out of this situation.
You know him?
Give me a moment. I'll give you your fortune.
You could just say no.
Hello, my bally ball. The biggest thing in the world is... Where are the Kumakura boss's ballies right now?
Family shame is our brother, full stop forever. After this month, I will not be taking questions. I feel like I need to debrief on that. I think I missed a memo on something.
I have your answer. Those balls are always hiding behind a pillar.
I checked the wrong pillar in the park. He was definitely there. He was like that guy rubbing his hands together meme, but he was just behind a different pillar, right?
So there.
So, where?
Oh, I don't know his location.
Thank you so much.
Huh?
Thank you.
Well, then what the...
I don't know why I just clicked past that.
Huh? Well, then what the hell did... Oh...
Wow, I don't know what the implication of that is. Probably unsavory.
Damn. So we got nothing about Iris or Moma.
I've turned this investigation into a complete farce!
Your first mistake was relying on fortune-telling.
Perhaps my ballsy's power wasn't enough for this.
I love that my sister also asked Chad to send all the healing vibes to my mom, which I like pretty much said word for word earlier in the stream, but like keep do another round. It's good.
Then why not get another crystal ball? If one is too weak, maybe two would do it.
That's not how it works.
Hang on, let him cook.
Yes,
Yeah,
that's it.
forever.
Huh?
Leon, that's a great idea.
Not true.
Why didn't I realize it sooner? I did feel that there was a lack of balance with just one ball.
All the mature wordplay has conjured Alcadius from the depths. Welcome, Alcadius. I hope you're doing well. Look who's here. It's Mama.
I'll go summon a second ballsy, so give me a moment.
We could just not... I think I have an appointment somewhere to just not be present in this room anymore.
Ta-da! My, such stability and divinity! It's so dazzling I can hardly look.
Maybe the weirdest part of this, and I know that's saying quite a lot, is that while Mama had no intention of using two crystal balls to tell a fortune at the same time, she already possessed a second one, so that it would take only a momentary pause to retrieve it to do a fortune telling with two balls. My sister says, I went to my bank and said, hey bank, I'd like to exchange money to refinance my loan. And the bank was like, what if we just reduced your rate for free? Do they do that? I got like a butt dial from our mortgage broker this week, which was interesting. Do you know what kind of medium Mama is? A fortune teller. -2. Appreciate the effort though.
Now, I'll use these ballies to tell your fortune again.
I wonder if she called you instead of me. Something like that may be possible. But, like, it would sort of imply that her contacts are sorted by last name, which I guess is feasible. But also, like, when I picked up her call, she was like, did you call me? And I was like, no. And she's like, then I probably called you accidentally. Hope you're doing well. Okay. Yeah. All right.
You just had another crystal ball ready to go, huh?
Oh, the game actually addressed that.
Date, these aren't crystal balls, but two ballies.
Hey, Neko, how you doing? Are you having a good time tonight?
Yeah. Do you think you could find Iris now?
I think Neko's favorite fictional character is Mama. If that's not correct, could you hit me with some giraffes?
Yes, I can feel it clearly. You can expect results.
Oh, sure, you missed there was like a whole weird giraffe segment of this game tonight. That was like way better than what's happening now.
Here I go.
I don't know where that no came from.
Ballies, find the lost lamb. Our cute little Iris. Where is she right now?
A derelict paradise of the past.
Uh-huh.
A secret coffin sleeping underground. The castle ruled by the Bantam Berserker.
Neko says, why are we born just to suffer? That's such an appropriate response, and yet at the same time I have no idea what you're talking about.
Go to one of these.
Ah, I see. Because of your, like, the timing of owning property and all that stuff, you have, like, a weird situation. I could definitely see that having happened. I'm glad they fixed that, though. That's good. I'm glad that, like, that didn't have to be, like, a whole big thing. That they were just sort of like, oh, yeah, we recognize that it's not quite so weird. Hooray. Hooray for you.
Mm-hmm. Did I just say something?
Did she just slap her balls while she was still in that trance? Yeah, you heard me.
Yeah, you did. And it made no sense.
I don't love the song we're listening to on the radio.
See what? Clearly Mama doesn't know anything with these vague fortunes. This was a waste of time.
Oh yeah, no, like, for sure, I would not expect the bank to, like, magically give you a better number. That's definitely not how, like, mortgage do.
No, that is not the case. I can pinpoint the locations.
Really?
The derelict paradise of the past is most likely the Kabasaki district.
Most likely a reused asset from the first game.
The secret coffin sleeping underground must be the area beneath the MPD, where Boss is right now. In other words, it is Abyss.
I wouldn't say that's wrong, but that's a bit of a logical leap.
Then what's the castle ruled by the Bantam Berserker?
Is the Phantom of the Opera touring through Japan? Does that ever happen?
Do you not know someone who immediately comes to mind when you hear Bantam Berserker?
I'm gonna be 100% honest with you. No.
Oh, Mizuki.
Sure, that might as well be true.
Correct. So, the castle ruled by the Bantam Berserker would be?
Lemniscate?
Lemniscate. She's the CEO there.
The Kabasaki district is a good place for covert operations.
This is a weird quiz show. You're not wrong. It is definitely that.
I guess Moma could be hiding there.
If you return to MPD, you could perhaps find out something from Boss.
Is there, like, no agency in this investigation segment? It's very interesting.
Boss? Well, she could be hiding something.
Usually is.
I do not see how
And it's not her
Lemniscate is
cleavage.
involved, however.
It could be that the agency is hiding info about Iris for one reason or another. I didn't expect you to believe in fortune-telling.
I do not. I only find it intriguing enough to play along. Though, to be honest, I was surprised that it yielded any results. My
Feels like it's a little early to
expectations have
call
been
this results, because those could just be 3 random places that don't advance the plot.
I guess we'll go then.
Hey, Date. It seems that I was possessed and said something without knowing it.
Likely story.
So please, put bleeps over any bad words.
Since when have you cared?
I don't think you said any.
My sister says, The Pokemon Worlds broadcasts hit different when you're like, oh, there are my coworkers. You ended up being there for like some portion of it, didn't you? I know you had like some other thing going on this week and like weren't expecting to be there the whole time. But my recollection was like you had planned to be there for some part of Pokemon Worlds. Didn't end up doing that? Okay. Was wondering if you had seen any like interesting, like I assume like a big annual Pokemon event has like crazy unique things going on there. Do you have permission to censor every word Mama says? I mean, you could try. I feel like you'll burn through a lot of points and make the stream unwatchable. By the way, if you like these borderline unwatchable streams, you should definitely like the uploads on YouTube to help with discoverability. So far, we have averaged a resounding 1 like per video, and I know that collectively, we can do better. Going to a wedding tomorrow. That's good. I hope that that is a fun time, and that the weather isn't horrible, like we were discussing is pretty bad everywhere. Plus got sent to Anaheim. I'll probably get sent to Brazil and maybe Germany, then San Francisco. Is that where, like, various regional tournaments are happening?
Thanks, Mama. I see a path forward thanks to you.
Huh? Really? Where?
Hina, let's go.
Roger, roger.
I didn't realize she was one of those droids from the prequels. Oh, I have agency. Where would we like to go, chat? Do we want to go to Boss's room, which I assume is her office, although described weirdly. Lemniscate, where we could see everyone's favorite receptionist. Bloom Park, where there's a good chance we'll see a horse with an inexplicable stomach cavity on a carousel. Or the abandoned factory that might house the supercomputer that in turn houses Xana. I know that that joke is for like one of us, and that one is me. Oh, receptionist in all caps. Can we examine the balls again? Mama's crystal ball. That's all we got. That's everything. That's all the TV there is. Well, I saw 1 vote in all caps for ooh receptionist, so I'll go with Lemniscape. Now that chat is catching up, it's a unilateral call.
Date, did you find Iris yet?
No, not yet.
I talked to Boss earlier.
Segula, welcome to the stream. You are late for Somnium Files. You did just miss Mama, which your mileage may vary as to how upsetting that is. You did, however, also miss the giraffe talk earlier. That was pretty good.
She told me that you used your comms to help Iris get through the escape game. It's been a while since she disappeared. Are you sure she's okay?
With all us investigators working as one, we'll have the case solved in no time.
Hina's hair is so wild that it's like blocking out part of her own name. Anyway, thank you for the happy affiliate anniversary wishes. It is funny to me that the stream tells people to do this. Vasco, what are you talking about? Code Lyoko was one of my favorite shows when I was a kid. Then you are my target audience, because I like Code Lyoko, and I think Code Lyoko jokes are fun, and no one else ever knows what I'm talking about. The only thing anyone else in chat knows about Code Lyoko is the fact that I went to a great deal of trouble to set up a return to the past command on my stream deck, which looks like this. Because for those who don't know, that there's a whole plot point on that show that basically like the bad guy could use technology to like manipulate things in the world to cause trouble. And in order to like undo the damage, they had a command that they could enter into this high-tech computer that would like rewind time like to the start of the day so that the bad thing didn't happen. But the exchange is that like it recovers some of the bad guy's power, so they're not supposed to abuse it. I miss Mama. She was home and I missed her. That every part of that sentence is true. No, there's actually like way more people in chat claiming to have familiarity with Code Lyoko than I remember. Anyway, Code Lyoko rules, and we'll go to the factory next, even though it definitely doesn't have Xana in it.
Date, who's this fluffy-haired gremlin?
I'm pretty sure no Somnium Files game passes the Bechdel test, right? Like, pretty sure?
A new Abyss engineer. Her name's Hina.
I should have introduced myself earlier. I'm Hina Tsukiyono. Call me Hina.
Uh-huh. Well, I'm this deviant's roommate. I'm Mizuki. Nice to meet you, I guess.
So you're Mizuki.
You know me?
Yes, Date talked about you. You two are close, so I guess you're his daughter?
It's a weird way of putting that. I mean, like, she's basically our adopted daughter at this point in the story. But, like, there's something odd about that framing. Like, you're close, so I guess that makes you his daughter. Like, no, it's like the fact that, like, he adopted her, more or less, that makes her the daughter. Not the fact that they're close. Those are... It's just weird. I don't know.
I feel more like his roommate.
That, you know, that's fair.
In fact, I end up taking care of him more than he takes care of me.
Oh, I'm not sure I really understand, but it sounds complicated.
It's not complicated at all. Date's my servant. That's all there is to it.
So you serve both Boss and Mizuki. You're like a double servant.
That's interesting. Are you suggesting that Date goes both ways?
A double servant? That makes it sound like double adultery.
I'm not sure I've ever heard that term used before.
Don't compare my situation to a dream like that.
Don't say words, Date.
A dream?
Anyway, speaking of the Bechdel test, hi, receptionist.
Wow, back so soon? You cops got lots of free time, huh? I'll be free too later. Wanna go grab a drink?
Where would we get a drink? Someplace like Atami?
Sounds good.
Hey! Try it, and I'll delete you.
Anyway, back to the case.
Mizuki will get mad, so it's best I don't talk to her. Why does the option continue? Do I just have to get rid of Mizuki and then I can be an idiot? It doesn't seem to change or I would keep doing it. It just keeps saying the same thing. Okay, Mizuki, let's... Wait. Why are all the... Did we only add Hina to the game so that we could have, like, another woman to say upsetting things to?
Yes. Are you gonna be mine too?
I've already got my hands full, thank you. Instead, I'll refer you to Ryuki, our promising new recruit.
Nah.
Imagine being denied a servant position without even knowing it.
Poor Ryuki.
Okay, Mizuki. Have you learned or remembered anything about the strange pod you showed me in the Okiura Fishery Cold Storage Warehouse?
Turns out that the pod was originally made for medical purposes.
Oh, yeah?
I tried syncing with it today and...
Huh? You can sync with machines too?
No, I synced with whatever's inside it.
I hope it's a goldfish.
Its contents are still a real mystery, though.
I'm hoping it's a goldfish.
And while syncing, I found hints for Iris's escape game.
You mean the pod and Iris are connected somehow?
Seems that way. So, hey, do you really not know anything about the pod?
I already told you I don't. Do you think I'm a suspect?
No, but Iris works here, you're the CEO, and the pod was in your company's warehouse. That's circumstantial evidence. That's why I think that there could be something we overlooked.
I have no idea where Iris is right now, and I don't know anything about any pod.
Goldfish like the snack cracker or like the fish? I mean, like, the fish is more likely because it has a brain, but the snack cracker feels very plausible because it's Somnium Files and because that's, like, on the same wavelength as what Date is able to process normally.
If you don't believe me, then just use the lie detector on me.
She's basically all red.
She is already very agitated.
I think that was likely true before we showed up. And definitely after we showed up.
Do you truly believe she is lying?
No.
What you looking at on your phone? Is it Candy Crush?
Oh, this? I'm checking social media for info about Iris.
Did you see like 13,000 uploads of a guy murdering her on ViewCube?
Like sightings?
Yeah, more or less.
Weird that nothing came from that. Do you know where Iris could be?
That's what I should be asking you. Are you even looking for her?
You know, honestly, unclear.
You say that, but you don't seem all that bothered that your good friend Iris is missing.
Of course I am. But I'm the CEO here. I gotta stay cool no matter what. You're gonna be at the bottom of the ladder forever, so you wouldn't get it.
Sorry. I shouldn't have said anything.
Well, as long as you understand. Hey, Date.
I'm gonna leave so you can talk to the receptionist. Should be the next line of dialogue.
What?
I have an idea. Why not try syncing with the pod again?
I know. Why not try doing the same thing and expecting a different result?
I mean, whoever is inside might have info about Iris, right? If you're looking for her, you shouldn't waste time here. Go check places where you could actually hold an escape gate.
You don't have to tell me how to do my job. I already checked.
I already checked all the escape rooms in Japan.
Well, check again! Use your head, idiot! Your brain is so full of porno mags that it slows you down when it counts.
Not true. Weirdly, we have determined that canonically, the magazines increase his reaction time. They've kept him alive on a shocking number of occasions.
Does she not know that I get 3.6 times faster when I read one?
It is quite a peculiar phenomenon.
Yeah, just in case you thought I was making that up, that's actually true.
Huh? That reminds me, Gen often goes to the Harbor Warehouse District.
Why are we just like suddenly name dropping Gen like we've introduced him, or that he would be like known to someone who played the first game? I don't know. I guess the presumption is you played both games, but it feels weird considering that this takes place between them.
Maybe he'll know something about the pod.
Who's Gen?
My porno mag pal. Anyway, we have our next destination. That alone made coming here worth it.
That was super weird. Am I going to any of the 3 other places? Now we're just here. We're at like Gen's stupid restaurant.
Date, welcome. Sorry, but I'm still prepping for the day. Could you wait just a bit longer?
He sounds a little different to me, but I think that's just recollection error.
I'm not here as a customer today. I'm just here to talk.
Oh, porno mag news to share?
Really? You can't read that out loud for me? You'd be doing me a huge favor. Alright, Gen Ishigane. He's the owner of Brahmin World Cuisine and sees Oda's Matsushita Diner as a rival. He usually wears a mask because, as he says, his face scares people. But he's actually a gentle giant who loves porno mags. God bless America. Why? Why are you like this?
Yeah, I finally got my hands on the latest... Again, I would really love to talk shop with you.
Zacula says this should be a very normal and extremely productive conversation. I mean, that goes without saying. I mean, why would you even, like, point that out, Zacula? Sarah says that we're here for his butt, which is probably true because it is canonically established in the game that takes place after this that Date and Gen are such close friends that they've seen each other's buttholes, and they say that like that's a totally normal thing that we should all accept as true.
But I'm looking for a girl called Iris.
Huh? Iris?
Is this your first time at this random restaurant where a horrifying man stirs stew and talks about pornography?
Yep. I've never had any cuisine without borders.
Date, I recently began making insect dishes.
Great, I'm gonna go.
Insects are high in protein and nutrients, plus they go great with booze.
Yeah, I really need to leave suddenly for some reason. She's upset because now she likes insects. I really don't think this used to be a thing.
Only the most heinous of people would cook and eat my poor insect friends! Date, load your evolver with incendiary rounds and burn this place to the ground!
Uh-huh. Hey, again. You know Iris?
That's the internet idol from Lemniscate, right? I know her. She's friends with Amame.
Oh, yeah. He's like besties with Amame Doi, which kind of sucks, because Amame is my queen.
Amame is a friend of mine.
She works as a mermaid at Sunfish Pocket, right?
I forgot that the last episode had a like, optional dialogue choice that makes Oda pray to Sunfish Pocket's Poseidon, specifically. It says, do you think this game could be the origin of the butthole thing, seeing as it was before Nirvana Initiative? Your guess is as good as mine. I certainly can't say no. I know what these games are like. Sarah says, I hope every time Hina's looking at her phone, she's just texting that same friend about how insane Date is and this whole day is going. Yeah, that would be good. That might technically pass the Bechdel test, but it would happen off screen, so that there's plausible deniability. Is Iris going to be in a bunny girl bikini the whole game? Is that just reality now? Most likely, yeah. We've already gone this long without any kind of explanation, so the fact that, like, no one's drawing any attention to it means we're probably just doing it, yeah. I got nothing for you. I don't know what to tell you. It's just, that's what we're doing, I guess.
Oh, so you know her? So even you go to concept cafes like that, huh?
Yeah, though only for investigations.
Dude has an orichalcum trident. Don't lie again. He knows. He's seen your butthole. Have you met Iris?
She's with Amame a lot, so we meet there sometimes. The two seem to get along.
One thing that I didn't like, one of many things I didn't like about Nirvana Initiative, is like the specific way in which Nirvana Initiative tried to interconnect the characters made like fictional Japan seem like it was like one city block wide. Like all of the characters like already had these like complicated like interconnected webs that like didn't feel realistic. We don't go back to the Mermaid Cafe, I'm gonna flip. It was like literally the first like location I went to when I had a choice. We have been there. I don't know if we'll go back again. We better though.
I went this morning. I like watching the water. What about it though?
Did you see anyone suspicious there? Anything different that stood out?
Well, I wouldn't say so. Oh, but there was something at about 8 in the morning.
Is he immediately going to describe someone or something like deeply suspicious after saying, I wouldn't say so?
I heard someone's voice over by the warehouses.
He said, I'm up to no good and I'm doing crimes here.
Did you recognize it?
I didn't really pay much attention to it back then, but I think it might have been Iris.
Why do you think that?
Because I heard the same greeting that she does during her internet show. You know the one. How did it go?
Wet, sweat, A-set.
Fierce!
Upset, regret, A-set.
Shadows!
Threat, silhouette, A-set.
It's the brand new star of the networld, Tessa! Also known as A-set, you bet.
Yes, that's it.
I'm surprised he forgot that earworm.
Are you sure you heard her voice at 8 in the morning? That was the time?
I'm sure. Watching the ocean at that time is part of my morning routine.
Ezra says it might have been Iris because she said, hey, my name is Iris. That also, I think, would be just as plausible. There's a really good bit from an old Adult Swim show called Tom Goes to the Mayor, where there's like an episode where there's I think it's like a serial killer on the loose in the small town where that takes place, and they do like a fake newscast, and they're like, and here's a recording captured earlier of like what the killer sounds like, and it's just like a voice clip of a guy going, this is the sound of my voice. And for some reason I always thought that was really funny. Like, I don't think that like helps most people, but like also how did you get that, and like why are you playing it?
Does that mean that she was near the warehouses then?
Did anything else stand out? Like, did she happen to get kidnapped at that time, or was there like a sci-fi pod or whatever?
Well, this happened at about the same time. I remember seeing some kind of large capsule.
I love how we're like, did you see anything weird? He's like, no, but I saw the missing person and like an inexplicable science fiction device.
It was being brought into a warehouse owned by Lemniscate.
Capsule?
That must be the strange pod.
Do you remember anything about the people moving it?
I think they were men in black suits, though I wasn't paying much attention to them.
If all that's true, that would mean it's possible that the pod contains Iris.
No, that is impossible. It is contradictory. If it were true, then who is the Iris that is playing the escape game?
Also, Iris in some sort of fictional virtual space, as Oda suggested.
Again, you know anything else about Iris?
Amame said that she was going to do an escape game, though it would be odd that she'd be at the harbor. I mean, the escape game was supposed to be,
You know the location?
Yeah. Here. It's a flyer for the escape game. Amame must have left it here.
Why would Amame not have told us that?
The rooftop amusement park.
No
Oh, God.
way. I had no idea they do escape games there. And there's nothing about it on the internet or anything.
So they attracted players with just these flyers. Would they even get enough?
Dante, let's go there immediately. I want to take part in this weird game too.
Again, thanks for the info. You were a great help.
Really? I'm glad I could be of service. Oh, by the way, here. It's the thing you asked about recently. I was able to get it through a back channel.
You're telling me you actually got it? Thank you, Gen. My kindred spirit.
I don't like the sound of that.
Thing from a back channel. Does that mean what I think it does?
Like it says, I like this game is taking the position escape rooms are super popular and everyone gets hyped for them. I could believe that's a real thing in Japan. I'm definitely on like the way high end of the scale of people getting excited for that here in the US, I'll tell you what. I wonder what that is. I assume that it's very wholesome and normal, Sniper Justice.
Best not to ask.
Okay, so I'm of the mindset that we happened to choose the air quotes correct location to advance the plot. That one time we had a choice between 4 places to go, and now we're just ignoring all the other places that we could go. This is where they do the escape game.
This is it? How do you do it in a place this small? There's nowhere for people to enter.
That's not how it works. Escape games like these work with smartphones.
Maybe in Japan. I don't think that's normal most places.
First, you scan the QR code and download an app. And then the app gives you more and more puzzles.
This sounds more like an AR game or like a scavenger hunt than an escape game.
You're supposed to solve everything the QR codes give you. Once you do, the app tells you that you've escaped.
Yeah, it kind of loses a lot of meaning when it just kind of has to tell you it's heavily implied that you escaped. Oh my god, a carnival. Squarehead? Where is he? I mean, I think this is where we met him? It's not the first time we saw him, because he, like, appeared in the weird, like, quiz thing at the start of the last game, which, like, didn't really happen. But, like, we definitely saw him doing, like, stand-up here. I really hope we don't... I don't like that guy.
Hold on a second.
Sarah says you can actually scan that QR code. What does it do, Sarah? Does it take you to an escape game?
A digital escape game is nothing like the one Iris is in. She's actually trapped somewhere.
Oh, right. That's true. The escape game made me so excited, I forgot about that.
Shit. And here I thought we had
spoilers for the game? That's crazy. What a ridiculous thing. Very creepy, actually. That sounds right. Takes you to a Wikipedia page for the Philadelphia experiment. Ah, very true. Oh, hang on. I see something really odd over here. Hey gang, I appear to have located anti-shoplifter rabbit. Anyone care to speculate what this is or why this happened? It's giving me a result of our choices. Oh, that's right! There was like a... I forgot about this. There was something leading up to this game where, like, you could, like, vote on what happened to Iris. I didn't follow along with it because I kind of didn't want spoilers, but, like, yeah, I assume, like, it had an impact on some part of the game. For some reason, this character model of a rabbit gives me the impression of Dan Avidan from Game Grumps. I can't really elaborate on that more, You either know or you don't. You know who Ashiki Cairo is? Nah, sounds fictional. Almost definitely a character in the game. This music is just absolute preposterousness. Do you love it? Let's ride the mini train. You definitely could ride the mini train at some point in Nirvana Initiative. Fine, I guess I'll just talk to Hina.
According to Amame and Gen, Iris was supposed to play this escape game. Don't you think it's possible that she was here?
But she's nowhere to be found now.
If Iris was just wandering around here, Aiba would have already located her using satellites.
In mere seconds.
It's possible that this is where she was kidnapped, which is why.
They might have caught it on security cams, right?
All right, let's check out every camera here.
Roger that!
No, I know there's a little trend. I'm just saying, like, it's not letting me ride it. They're like, we don't have time to ride it. But, like, last time we could ride it. Hina, are you looking or not? Hina, are you doing an escape game right now?
Of course I am! I just found out that the number of bats is the key. Leave it all to me.
It seems to me that she is focused on playing the escape game.
Screw it. Let's look for the cameras ourselves.
Well, luckily I already found that and tried clicking on it, and you just didn't care.
A camera. Aiba, go ahead and hack in.
Already on it.
Hold on, Calzagula, speaking of creepy, you should check out the official Nutter Butter TikTok page. Not kidding. They're on this whole surreal horror thing. That sounds really fake, but I believe you. What's funny about that is, like, I hadn't heard or thought about Nutter Butters in, I don't know, like, years. And then, like, when I went to try and run errands largely unsuccessfully the other day, someone in an aisle just, like, loudly shouted, like, Nutter Butters! And, like, I didn't know what the context was, but I was scared and I ran away. I like this animation is very good. Like, when Aiba is hacking in, we apparently see a little wheel turning.
There. Hacking complete.
Any sign of Iris in the recordings?
No. Unfortunately, I did not see her. Though one thing about the security cameras here, they are managed by a security company.
And?
By accessing their servers, I will be able to check all of the camera data, which I have just finished doing.
I believe it's pronounced doing.
Date, look at this.
That girl has no survival instincts. Just absolutely no will to live. Security is managed by a security company. Thanks, Aiba. Oh. You really got him there, Zacula. Super weird that they're still insisting
and Moma.
That, like, Moma had anything to do with... I mean, yeah, Moma had a creepy look on his face, but he did also spot Iris. Like, that's not really out of character. He's a little bit of a creep, too. But, again, like, having history with Moma as a character, there's basically no shot that he means to do any harm to Iris. It's just a really ridiculous route to try and pursue for, like, a non-trivial amount of the story.
This is from a camera on the first floor of this building.
When was this recorded?
At exactly 8 a.m. The same time when Jen heard Iris's voice at the warehouse district.
Jen! Excellent work, voice director. Giving him a little bit of a hard time, but I mean, that is pretty funny that she just, like, pronounced a main character's name wrong. It's 3 letters.
Hold on. She couldn't be here and there at the same time.
Only if she had a twin. But in this case, it is best to assume that some info we have is incorrect.
Or maybe it's the moonshot program Ota mentioned.
Boy. This game hates Occam's razor.
Well, I hate to imagine this, But it could be that our consciousness might have been transferred into VR.
It could be that our, like, roughshod investigation of duration, like, 5 hours, has some contradictory or incomplete information. Or we could be in the Matrix.
By 2050, society will be liberated from the constraints of the body, brain, space, and time.
That is so foolish, it makes me yawn.
There's no way that's what's happening. I don't know, man. I feel like it's 50-50.
If we assume that the real Iris is in the pod and the escape game is in a VR space.
Are you saying that the Iris in the pod was digitized? And that her copy is trapped in the escape game world? Let me ask you this. Do you truly believe the world's current level of technology is capable of initializing the Moonshot program?
Now, the one thing I will give to this game, which I hate to do at all, is that this big concept of the Moonshot program sort of dovetails into the whole Nirvana Initiative experience of, like, you know, simulation theory and all of that.
Tate! I did it!
I counted the number of bats. Are you proud of me?
Cleared it in 5 minutes!
Not 3? She was slacking more than I thought. And? How was it?
The dev sent me a message saying that my account was deleted.
Even banned online, huh?
Psycho says, do you think the technology is advanced enough for that? Quote, the AI who works for people who do extrajudicial dream interrogations. Yeah, I mean, you're on it. I can't question any of that logic. Oh, hey, gang, look, I suddenly have control of the game again. Isn't that ludicrous? How and why is that happening? All right, I guess we'll go to the abandoned factory like I said we'd do earlier. Just been cooking. Trust I didn't miss anything important. Nah, we're still playing Somnium Files. I don't know what you're up to, but I hope it's delicious and hopefully not bugs. You may have missed us finding anti-theft rabbit number 7, though.
This place is so big! Feels perfect for an escape room.
I thought I had a problem.
As well as for confining kidnapped people.
I thought I had a problem.
Doesn't look like anyone's here, but I guess I'll look around.
Oh, hang on, it's time for Aiba's trivia. This place has a lot of ties to a certain case Date and I dealt with. A case very important to us, one of 2 that have ever been documented. Elaborating on that would take too long, so I will not. Due to a certain incident, this area became off-limits to civilians, but due to its size, enforcing this rule is difficult. However, because of certain circumstances, this abandoned factory remains under observation. I understand that I am being very vague, but this is to protect the confidentiality of the past case. I hope you understand. Honestly, I appreciate that little footnote at the end, because I thought we were just, like, having a real, like, Japanese word choice situation going on. Looking at you reminds me of Pewter. I don't know how I would take that if I was her.
Pewter. Oh, Amanoma.
I beg your pardon.
Thank you. That's an honor. I admire him a lot, so I'll take that as a compliment.
Alright, you go, girl.
Wearing this suit makes me feel like I'm closer to him in both body and mind, I guess.
Okay, now I am the one with concerns.
It fills me with confidence.
Is that
Have
some
fun.
kind of standard sync engineer uniform?
Nope, I made this myself.
You went to jail for being big gay? No, not strictly. He went to jail because he did crimes because he was in love with someone because he was big gay. I feel like these are important steps of distinction.
Right. It suits you.
Thanks.
Okay, we're done with that. Container. Doesn't seem like anyone's here. Great. Device. Looks like some sort of device. For more details, refer to the URL below. There's no URL. Thanks. Hold on. It's a really small hitbox for a cable. Can't keep hearing about these cables. Pillar? These are some really janky hitbox. What do you... Hey, game, what do you want me to accomplish here in this room full of tiny hitboxes? This large room full of tiny hitboxes that I can't, like, move around in. Oh, boy. Precision gaming. Worth it? Worth it?
The door.
It does not seem to be locked.
When we're done here, let's take a look behind it.
Is that not? Okay, that's exactly what we're doing. Weird.
It does not look like anyone is here.
Then we'll just have to go deeper.
Even further beyond?
Come on, let's go.
Wait for me!
We left the prototype sync machine in this stupid warehouse?
A place this small.
Why are we this dumb? I ask you. Fully rhetorically, because I know no one can comprehend an answer to that.
Indeed. Iris and Ota are most definitely not here.
It's kinda different than the one we have, but this is...
Yep, a sync machine.
A pile of scrap metal like this is likely inoperable.
Okay, no, like, seriously. I know that you want to just hand wave it, but, like, come on. Like, this is one of the most, like, dangerous things that we could leave lying around. And they're like, yeah, this place is, like, kind of off limits. We don't like to talk about it. I would like to direct you to Exhibit A. The not just, like, grimy, easily broken windows that someone could use to gain access to this highly dangerous piece of technology that people aren't supposed to know about, but, like, half the windows are straight up open. Like, this isn't secure at all. We, like, moved the, like, delicate cryostasis pod somewhat easily to the underground basement at Abyss. Why can't we move this into, like, even the Okiura cold storage warehouse or something? I know that will also get broken into, but at least you can't easily see inside of it. Like, what are you talking about? What are you talking about?
But should we just leave it here? That can't be legal, right? With this and the sink leaks, I'm getting a little concerned with how Abyss is run.
It is late for that, Date, let me tell you.
It has not caused major problems thus far.
That doesn't mean that it's correct! Ah!
Really?
How you doing, Hina? Let's try somewhere else. I think we should ignore the sci-fi device.
It doesn't look like there's anything related to Iris here. Hina, let's try somewhere else.
Roger!
Okay. Can I watch some TV? Sabako's not gonna crawl out, is she? Wait, who's Sabako? Her name was Sabako, right? Speaking of people whose names we don't remember, where's our, like, CSI? I guess we haven't actually found, like, a murder victim, but, like, feels like an oversight. The dead sounds of a streamer. It's just, I mean, it's just so stupid. Like, literally, we spent part of this game talking about how, like, delicate of a secret the whole concept of the sync machine is. And then they're like, well, people aren't supposed to come to this warehouse, but we really can't enforce it. And then we go in the back and they're like, yep, that's where we keep the old sync machine from the time that a crime happened here. And we just don't even keep, like, security around here. There isn't even a camera in this room. Like, that's just fine. Love to see Kaname. I mean, Kaniza. Yeah, I always forget how it's spelled, but you know how it is. Karage, yeah. Of course, left the bar, got a job, started a family, and is currently looking into a vacation home in Fiji. Not a Tommy? I assumed that the horse would retire to a Tommy. You know what we need is like a rant alarm, a red alert in Star Trek. You hit the button on the Elgato. Whoop, whoop, whoop. I mean, I could easily rig something to that effect up. But I feel like it would cease to be useful because it would be like half of my streams. Fully a quarter of all of my airtime. Can I, like, use the sync machine? A machine that resembles a certain something. Nothing nearby suggests it was used recently.
Wouldn't it be better to just take it back to base?
You should bring it up with Boss.
Like she'd actually listen to me. Man, This really isn't something that should be just left here.
Hey! What if it activated? Are you stupid?
I see a button, I push a button. It's a guy thing. You wouldn't get it.
Please don't.
What's weird is this seems entirely optional.
It actually works?
Turn it off! Quickly!
Off, turn off! Boss is gonna yap my ear off. I've already had plenty of that. Turn off! Shit, no good. The button doesn't work. Hina, do something!
I can't! It's completely out of control. But I can tell you one thing. In a few seconds, this thing will...
Will what?
explode!
Run! Run!
Not good, not good, not good!
Hey guys, I solved the problem. That was an end of the game. The condition that makes him press buttons. I honestly, that does not strike me as an end of game. I understand why they want to count that as an end of game, but if we're being honest with ourselves, that genuinely just solves that problem. Like I said, riding a lime green scooter down L Street in DC, absolutely laughing tears over the sick machine being left in this warehouse. He looked at me like I was an insane person. Man, I had an experience like that earlier this week. It was not as funny. What just happened? Okay, let me catch up to speed. So my sister is not into the deep lore of Somnium Files the way all of us regrettably are. I think you understand the general concept of this game. It's like a mystery. We play a weird cop. His special thing is using this weird sci-fi machine to go into people's dreams and learn things that they like can't or won't otherwise tell us. In the first game, we ultimately found that like some villain was like using a prototype version of our machine to do like evil stuff behind the scenes, and it was like part of the mystery. That machine is exactly where we left it in the first game, which is insane because it's a really dangerous thing that like is supposed to be like super top secret, whatever. I, being a gamer, was messing around with the parameters of the game and just kept clicking on the machine until I clicked on it enough times that my character in the game just said boop and turned the machine on. And then because the game didn't want to engage with that anymore, they went with the comedy option of like doing this caused an explosion, and that is an end of this game with multiple routes to it. So far, I think is that our second or third ending? I remember we got one where we were like talking to our love interest and we like kept trying to ask her on a date, but her daughter is like currently kidnapped and her fate is uncertain. And she got so mad, she's like, that's it. If you won't solve the case, then I will. And then it said something like, a series of things happened. This led to that. And then she like took over my job, got me fired, and solved the case or something. There might have been another one. I can't remember what it was. I feel like there was like another really short one. Okay, I don't, so it seems to still be calling everything in the factory sort of done. Let's go talk to Boss and ask her about why we haven't moved the top secret, like, doomsday machine. Continue investigation, yes. Dishwasher, yes. Reminds me of the joke ending in Nier Automata where you just blow up the orbital base with you in it. I mean, that's kind of what we're talking about, yeah. On that note, I'm gonna head out here for the night. Yeah, it seems like a good place to stop. Because, like, it's probably not getting better unless the giraffes come back. Have a good night, Keen. Appreciate you joining us.
Oh, Mr. Date.
Heya! Piyuki!
Hello, Hina.
Boss isn't in?
She hasn't come back yet.
Huh. Guess we'll have to come back later.
Yeah, let's go somewhere else for now.
Oh.
Well, that's a sigh of disappointment if I've ever heard one.
He looks up to you. Why not spare a moment and talk to him?
Okay.
I'll probably traumatize him forever.
Hey, Ryuki. Feeling down again?
Huh? Oh boy, is it that obvious? I guess there's no hiding anything from you, Mr. Date.
He looks so happy now. Is this how he triggers maternal instincts?
Apparently, Tama's pretty weak to this bit.
Let me take a look around. Anything of significance change around here? She still has like a ton of party favors and decorations for basically all seasons. Anything going on over here? Hina, you want to talk about Ryuki in front of his back?
Hina, do you think Ryuki's charming?
Only because he's so new here.
A weird response to a weird question.
But when he puts up such an obvious sad boy act, I want to bash him over the head with a metal bat.
I think you're in company with Zakula on that one. He seems upset that Ryuki is here.
Hear that, Ryuki? Why not let her bash away your sad memories?
I'd rather not. She'd probably bash out all the good ones too. And if I'm being honest, I think, instead of my head.
You would prefer to be whipped in the butt, right?
There you go, Sarah. That one's for you, I think. Sarah's been chanting for Tama.
And maybe you want some too.
I have zero interest in whips.
So, okay, we've narrowed it down. The thing in that mysterious brown paper bag, it didn't have to do with whips. Do you all feel any increased confidence knowing that? Why are you here, Ryuki? God.
Boss told me to come here. Did she call you too?
No, we just want to talk to her a bit.
Why'd she call you?
I think she's mad at me. I messed up recently.
How so?
I took some of those melon jelly cups from the fridge.
All right, listen, Ryuki. I'm apparently like a Ryuki apologist. Like, he lost a lot of favor with me once we got to the end of Nirvana Initiative. I was a reasonably large Ryuki fan, but like it gets really messy towards the end. But chat seems to really hate him. But I have to admit that like there's something like insanely triggering to me. I simply cannot, as someone who tries to understand the viewpoints of people who aren't like me as like a core attribute of my personality, I truly don't understand what makes a person take someone else's food from a communal fridge. I know in the scheme of things, it's like a really minor infraction, but like, what's the thought process? You didn't bring the food and you didn't ask permission to eat the food. So, like, what would entitle you to eat food that you didn't bring? Like, what makes that seem okay to do? Like, you have to know that's wrong. You're obviously the villain.
Turns out they were really important to her.
Seriously, I can't remember if I'm supposed to hate Ryuki. I don't think you're, like, supposed to hate Ryuki. Not the way you're, like, supposed to hate Amame by the end of Nirvana Initiative. But, like, the game just ends up leaning really hard on the, like, he is mentally troubled. Like, basically the thing Hina just said, where it's like, he is, like, playing the sad boy all the time. Like, it got kind of tiresome, and then they, like, tried to weave it into the story in a way that, like, wasn't satisfying and, like, was kind of annoying. Sakula says, I don't think it's a minor infraction. I think it merits capital punishment. I mean, I'm not sure if even I'm that extreme, but, like, genuinely, I just, like, I don't understand it. Like, there's so many things in this world where I'm like, I wouldn't do that, but, like, I get why a person would do that. But, like, I truly cannot understand what thought process leads you to be like, all right, I didn't bring this food and I didn't get permission to eat it, so, like, I'm just gonna do it anyway and, like, hope for the best. Like, I don't...
What's the deal with that?
I don't think they were expensive or anything. The package had a guy in black clothes on it.
Wait, Ryuki. That sounds like the pretty boy lovey-dovey Melanie Jelly boss was raving about recently.
Oh, I guess you're in big trouble. Apparently.
I feel like he buried the lead by just saying it had, like, Men in Black on it or whatever. Like, this is another sort of thing entirely. How's boss?
The same as ever. She's very strict. But she doesn't treat me as bad as she treats you.
Hey, just so you know, I haven't stooped so low that I'd scrape the dead skin from her heel with my teeth.
What? What?
Huh. Then, what did you...
I plucked out all her leg hair with my mouth.
What?
A normal person would have never recovered.
Maybe it's training to improve an agent's mental fortitude.
I love, like, not one of us, like, has another response to that other than just, like, what? Like, normally I'd expect to have something at the ready, or, like, chat would back me up, but, like, every single response is just, what? Does it seem like boss is hiding something, like a secret daughter or some garbage?
Why are you asking?
No reason. Just asking.
I just, like, normally ask that of my friends.
Oh, now that you mention it, she was muttering to someone over the phone.
It must be the boy from that host club.
Tama, can you show him that video?
I don't know if I want to watch that video.
The secret recording, of course.
Secret? She didn't know you were filming her?
I recorded it just in case I'd need it someday.
Aiba, I'm sending the data.
I am unsure about this, but very well.
Secula says, I simp for boss, but that's still insane.
Hey,
Definitely
come
saying
on.
something.
You don't have to be like that. I'm doing so much for you, so don't you think it's time that I got something?
There is no mistaking it. She is talking to a host.
That's what I thought too.
Right, so... Anyway, we'll be going now.
Thanks, Ryuki. Sorry for bothering you.
Tell boss to be more responsible with her nightlife.
No way. If a rookie like me talked to her like that, she'd kill me.
I doubt she would go that far.
I wouldn't doubt
She'd
it.
just leave him half dead.
Half?
Like some sort of half-body killer? I don't know, guys. Where should we go? I guess we could go to Bloom Park? I'll never forget or forgive the carousel horse with a stomach cavity. It is like one of the dumbest concepts that's like ever happened. It's like a really important plot point in the first game.
Doesn't look like anyone's here. Can't say I'm surprised though.
This takes me back. I used to come here a lot.
Really?
Before the accident, there used to be so many escape games here.
I feel like that timeline doesn't check out.
Everything looks the same, more or less, so I thought maybe someone was using it for Iris's escape game.
Has there been any references to a Freyr? No, there have not. I mean, like, mostly any references to Nirvana Initiative have all been contained within the portion of the game that has been covered by this stream. There really weren't many, if any, references to Nirvana Initiative specifically before that.
But that doesn't seem to be the case.
I mean, like, Ryuki showed up, like, at the end of the last stream, but, like, didn't really contribute much, and still hasn't, which isn't a huge departure from Nirvana Initiative.
But still, if they used to have escape games here, we should look around. There could be a hint or two.
Chat is currently standing Tama really hard. That's the AI companion that Ryuki has. Sarah has gone so far. Oh no. Yeah, I guess Sarah was the one to say that we should replace both of Date's eyes so that we could have both Aiba and Tama.
Looks like someone set off fireworks.
Kind of a lot of them.
This is a restricted area, so naturally it is a regular haunt for truants. They must have used the lack of foot traffic to get away with playing with fireworks.
They can at least clean up after themselves.
Wait, didn't Mama say... What was the exact word she said about Moma? He's like always behind a column. Let's ask her about her relationship with Pewter. I have questions. They will not be answered to a satisfactory degree.
He's a really talented engineer. I respect him a lot, even now. I know what happened and all.
Aw, darn.
I think he'll atone, pay bail, and be back at Abyss before you know it.
That doesn't sound like the correct order of operations. This says, I know last stream I was like, they should do some basic police work and check places where the escape game could be. But physically going and checking every place that does or has hosted escape games is probably the dumbest way to do that. What's weird is, like, during the course of, like, today's investigation, like, Date said something to suggest that we had already, like, done that, which we had, and I think that has something to do with the order in which I selected these places. But, like, the only reason we're checking a bunch of these places is, like, because Mama told us a fortune that, like, listed 3 random locations, and I was like, I solved the riddle. I know what dumb places to check. And, you know, here we are.
You should pay bail before the atonement.
Okay, good. That was intentional.
Besides, everyone has a skeleton or 2 in their closet, right?
I mean, they did in the first Somnium Files game, but that was complicated. Also, one of them was in a jar, and it was gross.
Yeah, maybe.
I am certain your closet is full of skeletons.
Want to take a peek?
I think I will pass. Thank you.
So just delete your cloud, man. Do you know about what happened here? It's all, like, off limits because of some, like, chemical incident that I feel like we actually addressed in the first game?
Of course I do.
Well, you are part of Abyss, too. No surprise there.
I heard that you solved the case all by yourself. Is that true?
Sure. It wasn't easy, though.
Excuse you! That is plainly false. 70% of the case was solved by my intellect. 20% because of Mizuki.
That sounds reasonably close to accurate.
5% because of you, and the rest split between everyone else.
I like the increased dig at the end I wasn't expecting there. She credits, like, Ota and friends with as much, like, contribution as Date.
Hey, I definitely contributed at least 10%.
You really are amazing. I respect you a lot.
Why does that sound sarcastic? Am I just projecting?
As you should.
When's the last time you came here? You come here often to the abandoned theme park with the carousel horse with the accurate stomach mold?
I used to come here with a friend before the incident shut it down, but that was a whole 8 years ago.
Her continually alluding to a friend off screen is troubling to me.
There was this really cool escape game event that I took part in. I always wanted to come here again.
You're here now. Good for you.
Good for you. What a weird thing to say.
Doesn't feel the same when it's like this.
Do you like merry-go-rounds? Gladiator movies, Timmy?
Yeah, a little. But I like this amusement park in general.
I see.
I came here all the time with my friend I was talking about earlier. Lots of memories.
I have memories here too.
I found my friend's wife, like, super duper murdered with her eye taken out. It's a comedy.
Really?
Mine aren't good memories, though.
Oh, sorry.
The horse thing was kind of funny, though, but, like, in a really upsetting way.
Would you like to go to a different park with me?
Specula following up the airplane reference. I'm glad someone got that. You ever seen a grown man naked?
Huh?
I mean, forget it.
All right, time to leave.
We're going already?
We've tried nothing and we're all out of ideas.
Well, there's nothing here.
Yeah, I guess not.
Okay, let's go. Damn, it's late.
It's gotten really dark. We don't get paid overtime, do we?
There's something really funny about It's gotten late. It's gotten really dark, and it's like clearly the exact same time it was at the start of this chapter, and it's clearly still bright out. Like, this is what like 8:30 p.m. looked like when I was doing errands on Thursday. I swear the days are still getting longer. It's like that awful Twilight Zone episode, Midnight Sun.
We searched all the places Mama's fortune pointed us to.
And inexplicably, we accomplished nothing.
And searching at random will get us nowhere.
Then let us summarize the case so far.
Good idea.
Okay, let me start by... Let's talk about Boss.
There's rumors that she's been really taken in by her favorite host.
That's not what I mean. Are you sure that call was with a host?
Well, based on Ryuki's secret recording, it sounded like she wanted to get some physical favors in return for the money she spent on a host.
Oh, I mean, you're jumping to conclusions there. I don't think anything she said specifically implied, like, a physical quid pro quo.
Ryuki wasn't that blunt about it.
Are you still thinking about that call?
Well, a little bit. The way she was acting seemed cold to me. She's not like that when she talks to hosts.
Who was she talking to then?
I don't know. It just doesn't feel right.
I suppose that is what they call human intuition.
Yeah, so Arg says, so Gen said Oda was one of his big rivals, but in the first game, nobody was going to the diner, and that was a plot point. Yes, but I think the timeline is that, like, the whole first game happens, and the diner's a disaster because, like, Ota's mom is running it, and she has, like severe memory issues. I forget if they specifically called it out as, like, Alzheimer's, but, like, she was, like, really struggling to kind of just, like, function, but she was also in charge of the diner at that point. But then I think by Nirvana Initiative, they're saying that, like, Oda is mostly taking it over, and now it's successful. And since we're, like, clearly saying that this is taking place, like, close to Nirvana Initiative in the timeline, like, that's probably what we're saying is going on.
I know how we act around each other, but I've known her for a long time.
About the contents of the pod.
Such a mystery.
I learned a fun pod fact this week. This week was the 25th anniversary of the release of one of my favorite musicians, like one of her most famous songs, Sophie Ellis-Bextor's Groove Jet. And she, like, posted a short on YouTube that was like, fun fact about that song, it is the first song ever played on an iPod. And I looked it up, and that appears to be true, which I find genuinely very interesting.
But if what your porno mag pal said is true...
Apparently you have to narrow that down. I have a lot of those, regrettably.
It's possible Iris is inside that pod.
If that's the case, then what about the Iris caught on security footage?
She's...
Yeah, because we've never had, like, multiple irises floating around. That's, like, never been a thing we had to worry about.
I got it! It's an iris that showed up at the same time, but at a different place.
In what way does that, like, remotely address the contradiction?
That means that there are two irises!
The whole point is that doesn't make sense.
It's like Iris's body is in the pod, and her mind has been sent to the escape game in virtual reality. This phenomenon is known as the Moonshot Program.
But no, that doesn't make sense, because the pod, at the same time she was being kidnapped, the pod was supposedly, like, dropped off at the warehouse, which is at a different part of town. So, like, that can't all be explained by the same thing. There's still, like, two physical entities. It's the right half and left half of an iris. No, surely nothing like that will ever happen.
This again.
What do you think? I think that's a pretty convincing deduction.
Really is the VR thing. Only time will tell. Sometimes they'll harp on these things for a really long time and they don't end up mattering, and, like, sometimes they're super important.
Then I ask you, Miss Abyss Engineer, do you truly believe the world's current level of technology is capable of initializing the Moonshot program?
Now, where have I heard that before?
Well, it's probably impossible, but if that's the case, then unless she has a twin...
What's kind of funny about that is that my recollection is at some point in Nirvana Initiative, when they start talking about simulation theory, like some character just like incidentally says like, don't you think it's safe to assume that with like the level of technology we have now that it would be like possible for us to be in a simulation? And now they're like, basically the same question, but obviously not.
She can't be in two places at once.
Iris's twin.
Hmm?
That would be convenient, but I don't think so.
No, surely no character would have a convenient plot-related twin in a Somnium Files game. It is interesting that we're, like, touching on these things, these, like, implausible things that have, like, already happened in these games, being like, no, that can't be it. Question about Moma?
Moma's still missing, too.
Based on the security camera recording you sent me, it looked like he was going after Iris and Ota in his car. He's way too shady.
No, that's just kind of his resting face, I promise.
He's clearly the one behind all this.
He's talking way too long and none of it sounds... Wait, is that why your voice is familiar? It can't be. But it kind of sounds like it, right? Hold on. Okay, hold on.
He's talking way too long and none of it sounds true at all. He's clearly the one behind all this.
No, it's different, but it is similar.
He's clearly the one behind...
It's a bit early to make that conclusion.
This game is syncing and nodding to previous titles so much it's going to strain a muscle. Uh-huh. That definitely sounds like its style. Specifically, Iris was created in Horn Inst Undiga. Oh god, I sure hope not.
But it is pretty obvious that he's involved in this somehow.
Pasted her voice earlier. Yeah, but you posted it a link that I'm definitely not clicking while I'm live, and I think you know that. But also, like, the name of a voice actor is way less useful contextually to me than knowing, like, 2 data points of roles. That's way more valuable to actually having, like, an understanding of who we're talking about.
We got nothing from Bloom Park or the abandoned factory. They seemed like exactly the kind of place that would host an escape game, so I had high hopes.
It is unclear why we bothered going there at all.
We had to get that super important ending that's right up there with the Meteor ending to World's End Club.
We just followed Mama's fortune. As it stands, we don't have a shred of solid info to go on. Looks like we have no choice but to sync with the pod again.
That's our takeaway from all of this?
Aiba, call boss.
Very well.
Raincoat, yeah, that's, oh, what's her name? Wendy something from Raincoat. Why can I not remember her last name? It's also something silly.
Hey, you find Iris yet?
I found out she and Ota went off somewhere in a van, but I have no leads as to where. I gotta change things up. Is it okay if I sync with that pod again?
Well, perfect timing. I was about to ask you to do it again.
How could that possibly be a thing that you were just doing of your own accord?
Why?
Well... I mean, we just gotta know what's inside, right?
Okay, no, now, I wasn't sure where we were going with the boss acting suspicious thing, but now I'm sure that she is also in some way related to whoever is running the game, which is obviously a big concerning conflict of interest.
With that mystery hanging over our heads, I can't even relax enough to go drink with my favorite host. Anyway, I'm heading out. Let Hina know. She'll have to handle this stuff herself, okay?
Yeah, sure. She's totally going drinking.
No doubt about it.
One more thing, boss.
What?
You're not hiding anything from me, are you?
What are you talking about? Of course not. Don't talk like you don't know the exact number of moles I have on my ass.
Yeah, human resources at Abyss would be quite the job. That's the spin-off game I want. Sarah, why do you just say 5? Why would you know that number? Why such confidence?
Anyway, you know what to do.
You and Boss were that close?
It is funny that is really tangentially close to the concept of being such good friends that you've seen each other's buttholes.
Of course not. She's just teasing like she always does.
Really?
Right. She doesn't even have any moles there.
See, the correct answer is 0.
Sorry to keep you waiting. The connection prep is done, so you can sync whenever you're ready.
You sure you can handle this solo?
Sure, I'm sure. It might be my first time operating a sync alone, but I can do anything as long as I keep my spirits high.
Thanks, Japan.
She sounds high, all right.
Must be her fighting spirit.
Okay, good. That is the place that I want to save, and I wasn't sure if they would give me the ability to do so. Date is saved. Alright, now last week, we reached a puzzle segment at like, I don't know, maybe like 20 minutes earlier into the stream compared to where we're at now. That ended up going a really long time and wasn't a great idea. So instead of that, let's not do that. Oh, you know what we could do real quick? We have like 925 eyes that are meant for purchasing bonus content. This will save the current state and open the bonus menu from the title screen. That's sure a janky way to do it, but I saved it twice, so let's do it. I don't know what I can buy with my eyes. A very limited amount of concept art, it looks like. Why not? Okay, so we've got character model for Bunny Iris with a few different modes of the rabbit-themed wristband through which we communicate to her during escape room segments. And also this image of Aiba power walking on an invisible bridge outside of a Somnium depiction of the Okiura fishery cold storage warehouse. What's interesting is, like, it seems like there is some sort of system for getting a hint as to how to do bonuses, but there's also like 3 entire bonus menus that like haven't appeared yet. I'm not really sure what... If I hit bonus hint on one I already have... No, bonus hint just like tells you how you get eyes. Dream Album B. Well, in Somnium sections discovered 3 hidden items. Yeah, that's not happening without a walkthrough, I'll tell you what. Content that appears as question mark will be revealed when you reach the end of the story. Got it. So this menu that we have hundreds of currency for will largely not be useful until we've completed the game. Not sure why that should be at all confusing to me or unexpected in any way. How's everybody doing? How do we feel about this section of No Sleep for Kaname Date, huh? This feels a little more like some traditional Somnium Files vibe, I would say. It's still... I don't know. I think it's easy for me to call this my least favorite segment of the game so far, but like it's not Nirvana Initiative bad. I don't know. Perfect time to introduce your family. Yeah, for sure. I'm pretty sure my sister's never seen a minute of Somnium Files, but then she definitely had to see Mama fortune telling with her balls at the bar. That was good. Got a concussion once. This feels similar. 0% sure how joking that is, but sounds right to me. Good times you have to turn in for travel. It does seem like the necessary... I think the universe was trying to prepare us all for that. Well, I hope you have a good, safe trip, Kat, and a good time, having a good time. I mean, I don't know. Even with this janky mess of us, like a chapter of the game, more or less, I do sort of appreciate that, like, they, as dumb as it is that we've left the prototype Somnium machine in the warehouse, I appreciate the fact that they, like, make the allusion to it, and also that it shouldn't be there, and also make it an optional, like, idiot ending to the game. Like, that's pretty good. Like, I feel reasonably sure that that's going to end up being the thumbnail. I hope everyone enjoyed. I had to work, like, not, like, kind of embarrassingly hard to get, like, a zoomed-in screenshot of, bunny outfit Iris in the bathing cube last time. And wouldn't you know it, that video got more hits than any recent one. The internet. And yet, we live in the age of age verification, so that won't last. Or will it? Who knows? Negative says, I genuinely don't know how you play some of these visual novels and both retain your sanity and don't have a drinking problem. Well, it helps not to drink at all to avoid the drinking problem. But bold of you to assume that I've retained my sanity to any meaningful degree. Add some stupid text and you'll get even more views. Probably. Yeah, I don't know. I kind of hate that whole algorithmic system. Wouldn't it be a shame if we overcame the need to do that by hitting like on our favorite Somnium Files videos to help other people find Somnium Files videos on my channel? Do shorts. Shorts are such a hassle. They take like so much extra effort. Like if this was my full-time job, it wouldn't be so bad. Like it's not so much work that it's insurmountable. It is, however, so much work that like I'm not gonna get anything done in my week doing that. They're 2,000% over hot plated. No, in no way do I think that's an exaggeration. My limited experience doing shorts and seeing the way other people like cling to them for dear life, like, no, I believe that easily. The British dude who breaks games did the numbers. Do you mean Spiffing Brit? Is that the guy? He's a British guy I know who breaks games. That is the guy? Okay. Didn't specifically see that, but that does sound like something he'd do. I know he's done a couple of like normally he's just like breaking games within their own systems to show something that like probably should be patched but usually isn't. But like I have seen him do a few like meta ones that were like, here's how you like break Steam and stuff like that. So yeah. So tomorrow I think we're going to do some blueprints. I think my plan for blueprints, broadly speaking, is like, I think that I'm going to try to finish the current segment of the game because I think we're relatively close. And I think with the accidental spoiler knowledge I have gained since the last time we played, together with the actual knowledge I have, we have a chance at making some decent progress. I don't know if that will help, but I want to like burn through that and then maybe be a little more open to like more direct guidance and then just like hit that checkpoint and then kind of see what the next phase looks like and then probably not continue to play on stream because I think the returns are really diminishing. But I'm curious to get that far and probably also do the gallery because it's been hotly requested that we do the gallery. I don't know exactly what that looks like, but considering what I know about it, I don't think there's a ton of clues to be found in the game. So I imagine like the thing I'm thinking is trying to get the people who already know about it to do like a universal hint system style like tiered suggestions of like basically start with a hint that gives me nothing, then a hint that gives me barely anything, and progress in that fashion until we eventually reach a point where you just tell me the name of the movie you'd like to see. But it is worth reiterating that next weekend is Family Recovery Weekend, which is like I have requested some time off from work to have a long weekend with my parents where we probably won't leave the house or maybe even our seats for like a few days, as opposed to my mom trying to take care of two entire young human beings and all the contradictions that they entail, and also being sick now and just like all the stuff that's been really stressful. So no streams next weekend. After that, I think we're good for a while. I don't think it's likely that the window thing that should be coming up in October will be on a weekend, but there's a chance that'll be a thing. I doubt it, but maybe. Sounds like a good week. It sounds like a necessary time. You have yet to take a vacation day this year. That's the thing that I would say as a flex, but also like is kind of just not if you really think about it. What do I got to do to get you to play Disco Elysium? Check my YouTube channel. Or like use a time machine to go backwards. Oh, it does remind me. I was like randomly poking around trying to like get caught up on some videos that I like fell behind on when I like went on vacation and then subsequently got sick. I saw like someone I follow was playing like the demo for a game called Esoteric Ebb, which is like clearly like heavily inspired by Disco Elysium. But what's really interesting about it is that like it's also like almost equally heavily inspired by Dungeons and Dragons, which is kind of an interesting like twist to that concept. Straight up forgot Twitch existed for so long. That's so interesting to me, considering that you used to stream regularly. But I'm glad, like, I feel like that means good things for your life, that you're like doing good stuff, Zacula, and I'm here for it. Like, I'm happy to have you here joining us now, but like also just like that's super cool. I mean, you know, I used to do a ton of YouTube stuff with a close friend of mine on the Renegade Constabulary YouTube channel, and now he has 2 kids and is like living his best life, and I couldn't be happier for him. Like, I am sad that that like communal part of our lives is over, but like good for him, you know? Asuka got a lot of bad luck on his rolls. He was very mad about it. That's true. Disproportionately mad a lot of the time, for sure. Really, though, I think most of my big mad at Disco Elysium was early on because, like, it's tough. A game like that has, like, a really, like, specific identity that you can't easily compare to, like, a familiar gameplay experience that also includes a lot of failure is like it's tough to take head on until you like know more about it. Super weird that the Disco Elysium studio splintered into a bunch of new studios all vying to make Disco Elysium's spiritual successor. I mean, I don't even know really all the details of the Disco Elysium story, but like it's really complicated. Like there's a whole like weird ownership thing where like people bought the company and the creative rights are just like a mess. And even though the game is like super well loved and critically successful, like it's just not easy to simply, you can't just like walk into Mordor and make Disco Elysium 2. But you can make Esoteric Ebb. I don't know, it's worth checking out, man. I really believe it's the greatest video game we've ever played. Maybe. I think there's a real serious argument for that. Like, There's some things I wish were balanced differently, both in terms of like the narrative and the mechanics, but like it really excels at everything it's doing, and everything it's doing is really impressive. All right, I think I've front-loaded the stream with a lot of my like random conversation topics, and nothing else is coming to mind. So I'm gonna just point out the fact that somewhere in this room I have hidden some number of Squirtles. If you're unfamiliar, this guy over here, he's a Squirtle. If you look around this room, you'll see many similar plush friends, and among them are hidden some Squirtles. If you are able to locate a Squirtle hidden this way, it will be an omen of good luck for you in the coming days. So I encourage you to look around you, look around me, and see if you can find a Squirtle. To the big pink orb person. To this one? The nearby one? I think that's the pinkest one. Pirate cat. I'm assuming pirate cat? That one's a reversible rabbit, actually, but you know, at this level of resolution, I can't blame you. Bunny middle row. Okay, got it. So we got here, we got here. Neko had here, here, him, me, him. All right, let's start with me not having to get up. Behind our big lobster pal is Christmas Cinnamoroll, who is an honorary rabbit. I insist. I know that Neko is going to try and actually me and remind me that it's a dog, and I know that, but you look at this thing. It's a rabbit. Wow. Got here. Here's our little bunny pal. No Squirtle there this time, but an aquatic friend, our little manta ray. Cinnamoroll, a Sanrio character? Yes. It's one I only learned about relatively recently, but yes. And then it's like one of those like weird convergent human experience things where like I think the first time I ever heard of Cinnamoroll was when it was part of the Sanrio Yu-Gi-Oh! McDonald's toy crossover, and then since then I've seen like a lot of Cinnamoroll. Okay, we had a couple guesses behind our middle row bunny, which in fact hides an even smaller bunny, which regrettably is not a Squirtle. However, there had been a guess that perhaps our pumpkin bat basket contained a Squirtle, and indeed, it does. The Sanrio Yu-Gi-Oh! McDonald's toy crossover, of course, of course. Yes, of course. Obviously, I assume you're familiar with this, Zacula. Being just like a normal human being of sorts, I'm sure you've heard of this and probably have a collection of them. No gunshot on bunnies as of last week. IRL issue happened. Oh, I thought you were going to allude to. I'd seen a bunch of like photos and headlines about like some outbreak somewhere where like rabbits were having like horn-like growths and like people were being weirded out by it. Basket theme. You got it, Neko. The theme is, I mean, it's largely just baskets, but like things that could contain something, including our octopus, who is also a hat, have our Squirtles this time around. One day this week, we were on a walk and saw 7 bunnies, 2 deer, 12 goldfinches, and a hawk. How many wild dogs did you see? And how many outdoor cats? think I misinterpreted one of the guests. But our hot cocoa friend also had two dinosaurs in the top row, both blue, each hiding a flap friend. While we were at Disney World last week, there's apparently at Epcot like kind of a whole aquarium, which I did not remember. I haven't been to that particular area for a long time. And they have what is called like a spotted eagle ray, which is gigantic. It is such a big flap. I'd never seen nor heard of such a large flap before, and it just like came right up to the window where I was at. I was like, it's very big. Taco says, I had a scare with a deer in the front earlier this week. Was walking home around midnight, saw something large slowly walking across the yard. Oh yeah, that close, just like out, like that would be super scary. That'd be very scary. Glad you like the flat flex, Neko. Also glad that your food is cooked. That's very exciting. Turn on the flashlight, which scared the deer. Bolted, tripped on the curb. Oh, that is sad. I'm sure it turned out okay, though. Yeah, so join me tomorrow. We got blueprints. Next week, we're off. I encourage everyone to rest. It will be a weekend of rest for everyone. There's too much madness. Just the state of the world is really bumming me out. I'm like really struggling. And if you are, then join me tomorrow for blueprints, where you just get to watch me be mad about puzzles. Won't that be fun for everyone who isn't me? Except I don't know if that's actually true. I honestly think we'll make some good progress tomorrow, even if I'm not happy about any of it. Taking a full week of PTO next week. See, it's the universe is trying to tell us something. Then maybe it's time for you to finally take a vacation day. Think about it. In the meantime, thanks everyone for watching. I hope you've enjoyed some more No Sleep for Kaname Date. I really have no concept of how long this game is. I don't think it's supposed to be as long as either of the others, but they're also both pretty long, so I don't know how much that means. But I appreciate you all joining tonight and all the messages about the affiliate anniversary and all that. Thanks everyone for watching. Thank you for being here. Thanks for being you, and I hope to see you again soon. Until I do, take care of yourselves and remember that you are clawsome.